Ladies and gentlemen, we are coming live from the one and only Rebar Show. Your host, JP Motherfucking Fingers.
Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? It's your boy, JP Motherfucking Fingers. Let's get things going real quick. Let's get the sponsors out of the way. We got a big shout out, United Cigars. Live United, Smoke United, get your United on. We got the boys over at Humasmart, the 69 boys, 69 style. Take care of your cigars. Take care of yourself. We got Bearded Buffalo. Look at this fucking beautiful beard. Get it. Look at this beard. Promo code REBAR. We got guys at Luxury Cigar Club. Cigars delivered to your doorstep fucking monthly. Monthly. Yeah. I said it. Monthly. Get it. Promo code REBAR. What else we got? We're looking to swing that big boutique dick around of ours. You got to hit Sir Louis Cigars. Hit him up. Sir Louis Cigars on Facebook. Promo code REBAR. It does nothing but use it anyways. All right, Driller.
Sir Louis.
You got a disclaimer for me?
Yeah, bro. So today on the episode, we're hanging out. We're gonna talk about stuff. Some people love it, some people hate it, and it's just important to know that what happens here isn't a reflection of any of our sponsors or any of that shit. We're just doing our thing, and like it, love it, hate it, kick some rocks, good to go.
Suck a dick if you don't like it. All right, you know what?
Suck all the dicks.
We got a special guest. We also got you. You're here, Driller. You know what? I got to do a little. You know, we'll get this going.
Yeah. Fire the shit up.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to introduce your starting lineup for the one and only Rebar Show. He's about 6'2", weighing in at 230 to 250 pounds. Coming out of Welland, Scott, the fucking Driller.
Yeah.
The co-host. All right. Our next guest is a very close friend of mine. We work together. We still hang out. We used to work together. Coming out of Welland, now living in St. Catharines. I want to say he's about 6 feet, weighing in at about 200, 220. We got Dylan Roberts.
Yeah, Dylan. Woo!
First time appearance. That's it. We got Dylan Roberts. I used to work with him. We used to work together. Good friends. He actually, I think you got me back into weed.
I think potentially. I think I definitely might have
you influenced it.
Cracked the egg on that one a little bit, because I myself happen to partake quite frequently, and our carpooling adventures to and from, I think, began the
talking about it. And
talking about it, and the next thing you know, you're like, I'll have a little bit.
It was like, yo, give me one of those pens. Give me one of those pens, fucking Skittles or something like that.
And then next thing you know, you're like, yo, check out my raw tray, check out all my rolling papers, check out all my cool shit.
And I mean, I can think even Driller's seen it. Fucking yeah, Driller be like, you want to hit off the joint? Yeah, no problem. And now it's like, yo, Driller, like, grab a joint, use my papers.
Yeah.
Right. I was finally the guy with fucking papers.
No, I actually, I remember when you were like, yo, man, today after work, you don't mind? We're going to make a quick stop. I got to pick up some supplies. And then we end up going in there, getting your Wu-Tang Buster, which you're still repping now.
Right. I went. I mean, I think it's like anything that I do, like cigars, I got full into. Liquor, I got full into. And weed, I was like, well, you know what? It's something that I do out here. So I got to get full into it. Like,
well, but that's the thing, though. But you had a very good level of balance between, like, I've got my work and professional life and my outside life going on that you prioritized over having weed in the garage.
Yeah.
And then once you had everything ready and like sorted out to a point where everything, hey, you know what? If I want to, I put my hours in. If I want to come out and have a couple tokes,
I want to black out. I want to indulge. I want to power down.
Yeah, I'm powering down. I deserve it. Then that's fair on all fronts.
I used to yell at you at work. And, I don't know why you haven't done it, but you've never yelled at me out here. When you see me just get fucking, sicko mode, like going, like, yeah, I've been like, Dylan, I can't lift my hand up.
No, that was actually funny.
And-
The one day we had to cancel an episode one day.
Yeah, we had to cancel an
because we
episode.
literally got too tuned up. Like we had a few
Too
shotguns,
good.
and then I rolled up a fatty of some chronic stuff, and I was like, "This is some chronic." Like,
There was like, I think at one point there was like 3 or 4 of us in here. We each had a joint going, and then a cigarette on top of it. I'm like, yeah, fuck it, give me a cigarette. You know what I mean? I haven't had one in a while.
did my Scotty show up?
Yeah, your Scotty was here.
Is that when
There was
that,
2
that
Scotties
day?
here, right?
2 Scotties, yeah.
And what it, fuck, I
Oh
can't-
yeah, you guys were like, "Yo, this power of
Yeah.
Scotty."
yeah.
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
never-
Didn't we had a secret handshake or some shit?
Yeah, you guys became BFFs in like 2 seconds just because you guys
Yeah.
are both from the Scotty.
Don't let him know I forgot the secret handshake. I can't remember now.
He probably forgot too. He probably has no idea.
This is just my first
Yeah.
recollection of it now.
Yeah.
All right, you know
Yeah.
what? We got to do our pre-show shotgun. Let's get one ready, boys. Get one in the chamber. Get one.
What's the shout out for these things? This is just
Not the Amazon.
Amazon.
Amazon isn't right now until I start getting these things 3D printed with my logo on them.
Yeah,
But,
this is gonna be the next cool branded rebar logo.
I got yours and you got mine. 'Cause
Oh,
I gave you one with the
swap? Yeah,
I gave you one with the
keychain.
keychains. My wife has one on the keychain, so she always has it.
Well, you don't need to have a keychain because yours is always
It's stationary
implanted
here,
in.
right? And that's why I was like, "Fuck, I don't want to go use. I can't use a fresh one.
These
A
are
virgin.
actually-
this is gonna be a first pop. That's a virgin popper right
This is
now.
a virgin pop.
Virgin
What
popper
about
right
Joe?
now.
How many of these things get?
Fuck yeah, Joe.
Yes,
It's got
sir.
one of
You
these.
got one of these? Yeah. Did you do a 10-pack order too, or did you reap the benefits?
I made
of
sure. I go,
Amazon Pro
yo,
over here?
my boys on the team fucking need one.
Yeah. Hey man.
So he
always
came over and I
support
was
the
like,
boys on the
What was
team.
it? I was like, here's the banner. I'm like, we're gonna start doing the shows at the house. Here's your banner. Here's fucking a microphone. I'm like, here's a light. I give him a spotlight there,
Fuck
and I was
yeah.
like, yo, I'm like, here, you
No,
gotta have,
looking
you gotta have one of
shining
these
over there.
too.
Looking good on camera there, bud. You got the nice backdrop going. Everything's
Yeah.
looking all set up
It's like,
good.
it's like being
So-
on ESPN or some shit.
Right? That's it. With that being said, I'm gonna pop this right now.
Do it. I'm gonna make
Alright.
sure. Last time, I'm not gonna lie, I was struggling.
Tilt it.
This
So watch-
thing was turned a bit, so I was trying to get my.
So do
finger
it like
under
that,
while I
right?
was there.
You want
So,
that
yeah,
part
I always
up.
get the pre grab.
No. Do it with this piece up. I'm telling you, it's gonna be easier. Right now, pop right there.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
because you look over top of it,
Yeah.
and crack it, and then bring it up.
Yeah.
Okay,
As
you
you're
know
bringing
what?
it up, then you crack. You crack it when you're about here. Crack it when you're 45 degrees.
You know what? I'm fair. I guess it's been a while, and you got to take some schooling from the guys who do the shit the most. And at the
I'd
end of
like
the
to
day,
think I'm one of the best.
You
you're-
got
you're
this.
in
We got
there.
this. We believe in you.
the guy who shotguns just a piece for breakfast has definitely got to know what the fuck's going on.
No, you know what? Actually, we'll get into it after what I had for breakfast. But I mean, it's nothing special, but it's
Probably a breakfast of champs. Some pogos and a twisted team. Yeah.
vape pen and some liquid death fucking water. I actually just started getting on liquid death water.
Liquid death water. I mean,
Runs about $2.50 a can. But fuck, keep a pride in. Now peel that piece down, right? Oh,
Yeah.
look at that. You got a good mouthful now.
yeah.
All right, Jill, are you ready? All right, boys.
Yes, sir.
Let's go.
Sure.
The One and Only Rebar Show. We're going to get things going. This is a very...
To the first episode.
all right, let's go.
Empty.
All right, there we go.
Yep.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh,
The One and
man.
Only Rebar Show. Fuck, just
Oh,
drop
man.
this.
Mine was a raspberry. Ooh,
It's
that
weird,
was
right?
Tasty. No, that's good.
You like
though.
it?
Yeah.
You could take them that are... I fucking hate the raspberry.
You hate the raspberry?
My wife likes the raspberry, and I guess you. I fucking. I shotgun them, and I just, to me, it tastes like all the fake they put in it to make it taste like
You
raspberry.
know what though? It might have to do with the fact that I just like finished crushing a cigarette. That like the buds in there are a little bit dulled down
Yeah, I mean,
because I'm tasting. I'm like.
I
it's-
mean, there's
you know,
more.
You know how it is.
You could do them.
You know, it's.
I
I,
mean-
bet you that you follow it's similar after. Maybe it's the cigars too. If,
Oh, certain things just don't taste good.
together, that's what I mean.
Yeah,
like, you could
like-
be mixing whatever you're smoking.
100%.
Mixed with like that weird artificial flavor.
Yeah,
Could
you're like,
definitely
holy
not
shit,
be a
that's so good. I like this normally, and then you have it normally without a cigar, and you're like, what the fuck? Like this is horrible.
But you know what? Even without doesn't matter. Some stuff, it just has a weird taste. Like I got the other day, I was feeling candy, and I don't do candy that often, but I got these like sour belt things.
Yep.
And I couldn't finish them because they
Yeah.
literally tasted like fucking plastic.
Yeah. You get. Yeah, I think you numb yourself out on it, and you're just like, what the fuck? Like, it
Yeah,
doesn't
it
taste
was
good.
disgusting. It was actually
Yeah,
like,
I mean, I'm a big sucker when it comes to the blue sharks, the candy. That's my
those
weakness,
don't
man.
taste shit. Those taste good. Like they have an actual candy taste.
My wife got me a 5-pound bag for Christmas.
Oh, God.
Gone. Gone.
Oh god.
How did you lose weight eating 5-pound bags of candy?
My metabolism is fucking stupid high.
Yeah,
like,
well,
like,
hey, you're talking to Baconator, man. over here.
right, right, and that's it, man. Yeah, I've watched Dylan eat probably 8 pounds of fast food in a day, and looks like he does. Like Dylan's skinnier than I am, and he's taller.
I got some actual like build going for a kid who eats like Baconators and poutines daily.
You carry it well. You do carry it well,
I'm gonna go from 0 to Richard in about 2 seconds, though. So
right? Fuck, that's
Yeah,
it. I mean,
you're-
it's at one point when you hit 30, boom,
yeah,
you go straight Randall.
yeah. And just side note, because nobody has a clue what Randall means, but let's just say, without saying too much, Randall's gonna sit like this.
Yeah, legs that far open just so his
So
fucking
that-
gut can come there.
so that the rest of them can hang down
But
and hold through.
But it's fucked up though. Me and this guy got the exact same waist. Like I literally had the exact same waist as this guy, but he's got like this fucking. It looks like a boulder hanging down in between his legs. That goes. This thing goes. It legit drops below his cock.
He's got the
It hangs down below his fucking cock,
the beach ball gut.
This is the 2 beach ball guy.
dude. It's
Two
fucking
beach
huge,
balls.
right? And this guy, like, I used to have farting contests with this guy at work, and like he could bury like an entire fuck. You got like our shop was probably like
Oh man.
fuck. I want to say 2,000 feet by like 100 feet, and this guy could clear out the entire shop.
Oh wow.
Yeah, like it was, and it's
That's
literally
what-
like it's fucked up,
That's what
man. Yeah,
machines
you know what?
going and
What do you got going
compressors
over there,
and
yeah?
engines.
Black Label Trading Company. We'll get into that right now, Driller. As I'm lighting this up, what are you smoking? What are you drinking?
So I went full Romacraft today. So I got my Weasel hat on, got my Weasel t-shirt on,
Oh
and I'm
shit!
weaseling my life away with 2018 Sabretooth.
Oh shit! That's a good cigar.
Yeah, this was a good year for them, and they're getting better with time. And I think the in 2018 it was like an actual limited. Now they come out like 2 times a year or some shit. So this is an older one.
Yeah, I'm
The
so,
old Sabretooth line, but yeah, shout out to Romacraft and the boys there.
Takes time. I mean,
Smoke a lot
I
of
don't.
your
Yeah, man. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, Driller's been on. Driller loves that shit and he's put me on a lot of good cigars from them. But I think
Oh, I know, and I'm smashing vintage.
going classic style. I was super huge into like chasing all the cigars, I guess, and just being like super hyped on it all. But then I like just fuck it, like I don't care anymore.
See, you know what? Honestly, man, when it comes to that, I think that I at some point will definitely be coming to you and Driller
Yep.
for more guidance when it comes to that. I think it has to be.
But I go
a
to you for
life
weed.
point. Everybody has their
Right?
specialty. and
That's
forte
like
on
my
certain
cigars
shit.
is your weed,
That's the thing.
right?
I could give you information on certain things or tips
Right,
about certain
exactly.
things. You know,
Well,
give
I'm
you,
fucking clueless.
that's the thing. Whereas, like when it comes to like the same thing with cigars, and I even talked about this with Eric because Eric's still smoking stogies at work now too. He was
Oh,
like,
good for
man,
him, man.
Justin.
Good for him.
Justin definitely pointed.
Yeah, I think he had like a wedding or something. And he was like, "Yo, can you hook me like a couple like every
Well,
like,
he
shit that people can smoke?" And I was like,
he
"Yeah,
actually
dude,
asked me
don't worry
about it, and I was.
Yeah.
He's like, I know that you hung out with Justin. Like, what do you know about cigars and other stuff? And I said, dude, you need to talk to Justin about that because he can tell you the ins and outs, his opinions on it, all stuff. Because I said I'm limited knowledge on that stuff, and he's run with it. I have no idea
Yeah.
what's going on.
I ended up giving him. I think like I was like, "Well, how many do you need?" And he's like, "Well, you know, I think I need." It was like 4 or something, right? 4 or 5. And I was like, "All right, dude, like, don't worry about it, man. Like, I got you." And he's like, "Okay, like, what? Let me know what I owe you." And I'm like, "No, like, you don't owe me,
I'm
man.
gonna,
Like,
I'm gonna set you up. and get
I'm gonna give
rolling.
you something that I smoked at a wedding last that I was giving people because it's good. Everybody likes it, and you're not gonna break the bank. Like when I was buying these cigars, it was like $10 Canadian a pop, right? And I think I ended up buying like 3 or 4 boxes of them. There was 10 count boxes, right? And over my time, and I just stopped smoking them, and I'm like, what? I still got them now, so I'm actually giving them a better cigar than when I actually smoked it because now it's
aged.
it's been sitting here, like,
it's aged up.
I got a couple boxes on the walls of the original release. I can't really find them right now, but you know, they're probably like fucking 5-6 years old when I gave it to him. And when I gave it to him, it was probably at least 5 years old. But that's, you know, it's you're into this, I'm into this, and then it's I guess, and it's like with Driller too, right? Driller's into fucking video games. You're into video games,
Yeah.
right?
Well, what are you doing with that right these days, Driller?
Not too much. I've been spending more time in the kitchen, but like I've just played PlayStation 4.
Fair enough. What do you mean spending more time in the kitchen? Are you trying to get the culinary skills up to the top
No,
notch?
he's got him. He's got him.
Got the culinary.
Yeah, Justin can show you after the show. We got lots of skills inside the kitchen.
Bread making, everything.
Oh man, you making some good sourdoughs lately, or what?
I haven't gone to sourdough yet because I haven't made the starter. So I've just been doing.
I've heard there's an art to the sourdoughs and stuff.
Yeah. So I'm entertaining the idea. I've just been making. It's still like an artesian bread with like long fermentation processes and shit.
Yeah,
it turns out long.
That sounds pretty sick, man.
Oh yeah. No, it's fucking wild.
Hey, you know what though? I always have to commend the people. Like, if you're going to get into something, the people that nail the food stuff.
Oh yeah.
Like, you can't. Like, how can you beat?
Because nobody's ever going to be mad at it.
That how can you beat that? Like, you cannot be upset about getting good food or knowing, or you meet somebody that does good food. Any situation that has killer fucking food,
everybody's got to eat.
And
everybody's got to eat.
And that's the thing. And people, bread. That's the thing that people forget is actually.
Yeah. Like I was saying, I'm not pressed for time, but I got a little project this afternoon. I've never made gnocchi before, so I'm making
my
some.
God, Joe Driller, freeze some for me.
Yeah, I'm making
I don't
a
want to
batch.
freeze, but fucking actually, probably by the end of next week, we should be able to do episodes together when the fucking lockdown's lifted. I mean,
Yeah.
I say that, but fucking Dylan's sitting right here. But I was like, "Oh, we're coming by for beers." Like, he's like, "Yeah, for sure." I'm like, "You want to do an episode?" He's like, "Yeah, fuck yeah, I do."
Hey, you know what, man? We talked about it before, and it's just it never came to fruition. And then,
But you know what though? I feel like with Driller's cooking shit and his baking shit, all the stuff you can do with food, and then now like it's a full like weed food episode.
Yeah, we do.
And just a fucking marriage of like
do have
things that go good together.
Yeah, that's true. A connoisseur episode of
Just
the man with the swag and the cigars,
Yeah,
the man with
you
the
can call it
quality
swag. Thank
bread,
you.
the
Thank
man
you.
with the quality bread, and the man who can talk to you about what gets you the most baked. I mean,
yeah, rolling
at the
shit
end-
up, yeah, stuff like that. All right, what am I smoking? What am I drinking?
Yeah, what do
I
you got?
completely forgot.
Yeah,
I got
do your
spaced.
plugs. You got to do your plugs. What's the?
I am smoking something from Black Label Trading Company, Barrio Santo. It's Father Satan, I think, or Father Santa. I don't think it's Father Santa. I think it's Father Satan.
I give credit to the brandings and stuff on these.
It's
things,
fucking- it's
man.
pretty
It
sick,
looks
right?
Sick as fuck.
You know what?
It
Great
really
cigar.
does.
Black Label Trading Company, and I am drinking a Twisted Tea as usual. Right? We do our shotgun. Driller's got a Twisted Tea, or Driller's got a vintage. We got Twisted.
You know
That's just how we
what?
do things.
Have you guys discussed before the differences and like rated? Have you guys ever ranked between the vintage and the twisted? Like, which one takes the top spot? Which one takes like?
Nothing will ever compare to a vintage. A vintage is you've had vintages here.
I've had vintages here.
They're so fucking different.
So you would echelon like ones that is completely different class. So you'd say what?
It's like comparing
the
a
Twisted
craft
Tea
beer
is
to just a domestic beer.
Okay, fair enough. You guys are the
and the
experts.
Twisted Tea is
vintage, I
a
think it's
malt,
like craft.
malt beverage too, right? It's like malt
Yeah.
beer Twisted Tea, whereas vintage is just vodka iced tea, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I truly think vintage is truly like the craft beer of that. And then these are just like I can get these at the beer store.
Fair enough. So generic, like
They're great, but it's like the Coors Light of fucking teas.
yeah. Hey, that's a good way to look at it.
You know, I'm not putting them down by no means, but like
I think Twisted Tea paved the way for all these new ones, though, right? Twisted Tea was the
That's it,
first,
right?
right? Like,
That's why American Vintage, I guess, is like the boutique of it, the craft of it. It's the artisan of tea.
Somebody's got to break the barrier some way, somehow.
And you know, these guys are fucking huge on the West Coast. Like you can get like the same thing as Twisted Tea. Like they have like fucking 5-6 different flavors. Yeah.
oh wow,
We actually did the blueberry. Driller brought the blueberry over here. And
those are good. And the tall boys.
ridiculous, right? Only came in Tall Boys where we are. Fucking ridiculous. We were going to actually do a Driller's mom lives out. Stalled
Yeah, that's right.
So you guys doing like a mailing thing back and forth?
So we were looking at it, right? Where it's like the case is going to cost us this much. How much can we ship it to us for? Where we're not waiting like a fucking half a year,
Yeah.
right? When we're looking at it, we're like, it was like I think we were gonna get 2 cases and have it shipped to us in like less than a week. So we were $80 fucking for the drinks, and we were $80 for shipping. Right? We were looking at it. I'm like, really, it's not that bad to have something we can't get, right? And we were like, it's a fucking treat. Like we're gonna get 4-pack of this or 6-pack of this, 6-pack of this, 6-pack of this, right? So we could all divide it evenly. So we each have the exact same things. But we're like, and I don't, it's COVID actually happened, like, or not COVID, but the lockdown happened. And then we just weren't able to move forward with it.
Man, all this, to be honest, all this lockdown, what's the word I'm looking for? Hearsay.
Yeah,
or
hearsay.
whatever. It's, I don't know. It's all about
Bullshit.
it's pretty ridiculous. It's pretty bullshit. Yeah.
We can't hang out, but I'm going to go to Walmart.
That's what, don't even get me started on that. You got small business closing.
Yeah.
Well, you got people with their asses hanging out, wandering around Walmart. And it's like, I don't understand, like, why the fuck some dude can walk around hacking all over the fucking produce at Walmart, but the mom and pop shop that's been around for 35 fucking years can't do the same thing.
They could open and have 5 people in the store at a time.
Yeah.
And the people are still going to wait in the line to get in there. The exact same way people wait in the fucking Walmart line.
Even the lineups is ridiculous because, like I said, you just got a bunch of people crowded up in a fucking space with the wind blowing by and everyone standing there hacking up into the wind. I'm sorry, but the lineups alone are the fucking problem because now, like I said, you're standing there and half the people aren't masked up in the lines because they're outside and they're hacking up into the wind. And it's like, man,
how they should have done it was go up, take a number, wait in your car. They'll text you when you're ready to go in.
Something like that would have been actually a great idea. Like,
but I mean, I think a lot of
at the fucking meat counter, they do that, man. You
go
pick
fuck
a number,
fuck off, come back when they fucking call your number.
Well, think about it. They could have had people in the parking lots even. When you pull in through the parking lot for the entrance, you pull through, there's a guy there that weighs you down. Here's your slip. Your number fucking 102.
Yep.
When 101 comes out of the store, on your fucking way in.
That's it. There's definitely way better ways where we didn't have to shut down the economy.
They could have had people employed still. In fact, if they had more liaison like situation where, you know, people guiding people, grouping them, showing them where to park, they could have had this organized.
It could have been fucking all VIP shit.
This could have been creating jobs, let alone fucking taking them away.
Oh, now it's my turn to go in here and it's empty.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You go into a Walmart and there's fucking 50 people
especially
in there? That's nothing.
Especially now with what we have now. Like, for example, my girlfriend's brother, he's into the tech stuff. He is now taking this virtual reality stuff, and he's getting all into it. He's got these cars. I just went over there the other night.
Yeah.
He's got these cars. You put on the headset, and there's a camera in the RC car. So you drive it from the perspective of the fucking car.
So they had that with the drone before I sold mine.
Yeah, he's got that stuff.
And actually, I don't think I told anybody. I sold my drone.
You sold like the big one or the one that we took to the falls and stuff?
Yeah, I sold that one. Yeah. So I sold that drone. It was my best one. Sold it.
That was good. That thing took good photos. Like, we took that to the falls and you were zooming it way up and down and over the falls. And
that drone like 4 years ago was like top fucking drone. So I was like, you know what? I haven't flown this thing in fucking 2 years.
Shout out to Raw.
Yeah, shout out to Raw. Next fucking maybe sponsor coming through. Maybe,
yeah. You never know. But, that'd be a good one.
I got my sister's always selling shit on Facebook Marketplace, and I was like, "Yo, list my drone. Like, I want nothing less than like fucking $250, right? I don't care. Like, haven't flown it in 2 years.
You're
know
not
what I mean?
looking to fucking make profits. Off of it.
And she listed at like 300 her best offer, and she's like, "Will you take 275 for it?" And I'm like, "Yeah, no problem."
Yeah.
So the guy came from Welland, actually. Guy came from Welland, drives there, came to pick it up at my house. He's like, "Hey man, what's up?" And I was like, "Hey, what's going on, dude? Like, you know, enjoy it with it. Like, you just got to do the factory reset, whatever." He's like, "Oh, fuck, this is my third one of these. I know what I'm doing." And I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like, "How the fuck is this your third one, dude?" I'm like, "I've had this for like fucking probably 5 years."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Well, first one we were up north at the fucking my parents' cottage, and I fucking flew it into the side of it. The other one I never even found." And I'm like, "Holy fuck!" I'm like, "Here, dude. I guess 275 is yeah, man. You're fucking walking. It's a deal for him, but it's a deal for me because I just."
That's it. If
I don't fucking need it.
3 drones? Like, what the fuck? He's breaking them, driving them in
the
building?
Yeah, probably getting fucking just tuned right up and just letting her rip.
And this guy's like, "I didn't even find one of them." And I'm like, "Oh, dude, I've never lost a drone."
Oh, no.
My drone's dropped out of the sky once. Do that? Fucking put it in the roller.
Dude, it's because I'm being witnessed by other human beings. That's why I actually ripped the paper. I'm feeling sad.
Look at you, got half a log.
The guy who's talking about being a stoner is over here pouring weed on himself and ripping papers like a dum dum.
But like, I'm thinking with
just
this
guy,
keep
practicing, Dylan. Keep practicing.
I'm telling you, use the rookie roller.
I'll make it one day to the big league.
Use the rookie roller.
Yeah, you'll get this. You'll get it.
But I was like, "Holy fuck, dude!" Like,
make it to the big leagues.
I think about like what I do, and I'm like, "Man, that was an expensive weekend." Like I burned 8 cigars, you know, had a bunch of scotch, had a bunch of drinks. And like this guy's like, oh yeah, man, in a year I lost 3 drones. And I'm
This
like,
guy's burning drones like it's going on.
yeah, like you're just like, let me send it in the sky. I don't care if it comes back. It was like,
Yo, so with the Scotch, there's Glenlivet and then there's Glenfiddich. There's two that have like the same name.
They got Glen, but I mean, there's actually a bunch of it's an area in Scotland where they make it. Where
Well, I know.
in order to make it, you have to have Glen in the name.
Right, but there's two with very close names, right? Livet and Fittich.
Yeah, Glenlivet, Fittich, however the fuck you want to say it. Different scotches, but they have like I think it's all made out of the same distillery.
Right.
I collect.
Yeah. I had to go pick up Ray last night. She was drinking with her girlfriends and
at your
went
house.
in to grab her. What?
At your house?
No, in the falls.
Oh, so you ain't gonna come here?
What? Why you gotta do that?
Guys got him on blast.
I got shit to do today.
All right, fair enough. So I'll see you this week one day.
What shift are you on?
Day shift.
You are?
Nice.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I know we're on the same rotation.
Yeah, we are now. Are you? Wait, yeah, but you don't do nights, do you?
Yeah, here and there.
Here and there, yeah. Well, then we're not fully on the same rotation.
No, but I'll end up doing somewhat of a night shift rotation. Like go in mid-afternoon and then finish like fucking 3 a.m. And then I still sleep the exact same. What the fuck are you looking for? Did you put a filter in it?
No, I never do.
Oh, fuck. Doesn't want to use one of my probably 130.
Oh, yeah, I forgot you got the tips.
I got the cellulose tips, man. Yeah, so we got to do an episode this week, Driller. It'd be fucking sick.
Yeah, well, just so everybody knows, we're actually fucking shooting today, and it's gonna go up today because we had a little fucking Super Bowl weekend fiasco last weekend where we did an episode on Friday and we did another one on Sunday, and we had to fucking cut both of them because of the video was all fucked up, right?
Oh no!
Hell yeah!
I think you guys filmed 2 different things, and then
yeah, nothing. I fucking scratched. I think this one's a little fucked up, but whatever. We can still use the audio, and I'll still use the video. I don't give a fuck. I'm at the point now where I don't care, and I know I need a new laptop.
Yeah, Dylan. Last week I was like, "What do you mean that one on Sunday didn't fucking work? You owe me a 6-pack, bro." We did an episode on Friday, and I get all fucking lit and smashed, and then we do another one like Sunday, 12 in the afternoon, getting ready for the Super Bowl, and then that one fucked up too. And I was like, "Fuck, man!" I'm just like shotgunning left and right, trying to keep the rebar show alive, and then the fucking tech shit goes down, and you're like, "Bro,
it happens, man. It happens." Sorry,
it's like 4 hours of shit, with the green room time and the other time,
right.
And like it's still fun and happy and laughing.
Fucking 18-pack,
hanging out with the boys, but
it's an 18-pack wasted, burned up.
Yeah. Like, what the fuck?
I mean, it happens, man. It's the cost of doing business.
The cost of doing business. Man.
All right, what are you smoking?
Well, we don't have one in the bank now.
What am I smoking? Well, this is actually.
It's a good roll.
It's called
very good roll.
It's called Purple Fondue, actually, and it's a quality indica, and it's one of those. Here's the thing: I get super picky when it comes to bud because a lot of times shit will be advertised, and especially with these dispensaries now.
Yeah.
You look up the price for it, and it tells you it's max THC, $70 for a half quarter. It's the best you've ever had. You buy it, you open it up. It's drier than a popcorn fart, and the fucking thing is it turns to powder as soon as you pick it up, and it doesn't even do the trick. So this is actually something I got with Matt out of Burlington.
No shit, I had to figure that much.
Yeah,
you guys are the fucking splitters.
The thing. As much as I love the fact that we can buy it all legally and that's all great and all, I think that it's a bunch of bullshit because
it's still legal. You ain't selling it,
but still,
you ain't selling it.
It's still it put a target on my back. Before this, I wasn't rolling up and having people go. It was you roll through a ride program. It was Have you had anything to drink tonight, sir? Now it's how many doobies have you smoked? You look a little high. It's like, hey, I'm coming off a night shift.
You're usually a bong guy though, so you can deny it. You're like, no doobies.
No
you
doobies,
didn't ask me about fucking bong reps.
Smell my fingers.
You didn't ask me about fucking bong reps. Didn't know bong reps.
I'm not lying. But yeah, so me and Matt, I find at this point now because of the competition, it's made the not dispensary
black market
weed.
Like
the
black
market, yeah, I guess
it's a black market thing.
A lot of the black market now has had to step their fucking game up to the next level because you
Right.
have government quality regulated. So you've got all these people that are saying their argument is, well, this is regulated. So
Yeah.
I know that it's good. I know that it's been, FDA approved kind of situation where, everything's all monitored.
Yeah, but I mean, at the same time, it's the regulations in the States are different than they are in Canada.
That's also a factor.
Where do I want to buy my cigars? In Canada or the United States? The United States. Why is the same alcohol in the United States so much cheaper?
Yeah.
The black market for the weed, I guess, is the fucking United States.
Yeah, because it is coming over. A lot of it is coming over.
Lights in Quebec, fucking $20. Like, how come you get 60 beers at Costco in Quebec for fucking whatever, and here
Right.
it costs $100?
That's
It's fucked
it.
up. Everything. It depends
That's
where you
it.
live, what
You know what I
province.
mean? And that's
But
all.
that's-
It's I don't. That's why
That's another reason why I'm on the black market, though.
I called
still,
it a
too.
black market, but it's not. It's just like the alternative market.
It
I
is
guess.
the alternative.
It's
is
an
a good-
alternative
a good way
because
these guys are still running a legitimate business,
and they're still staying afloat.
and they're staying afloat. And these are the same guys.
Right.
But either way,
They're
this
not
stuff.
Fucking
It's-
insanely rich, but they're doing it right, and they're
working
well
it.
off.
And these
Like,
guys, honestly, the quality that I get from getting this stuff, every time it surpasses anything that you get anywhere else.
Here's the thing: weed is not a production line. It's not an assembly line. It's not a fucking thing. You can grow it in your backyard. I fucking grew it in my backyard in my driveway.
But there's a level, though. Do you want some of this?
Yeah, I'll take another
Sure.
bit.
But
But it's anybody can fucking do it. One person can do the entire thing.
that's true.
One person can, and it's
But there's levels on that. Because
Oh, 100%.
one person can do it, but one person excels in it. So you want to find the stuff that comes from the people that excel in it.
but
Just like
if you put the time in and you buy the tools and the fucking things you need, you're gonna get that. You know what I mean?
that is true.
And
but-
you're not gonna have to be $1 million company. Anybody
No.
can do this in the backyard. Like I know this guy's got crazy weed behind me. Just saying, nobody knows where I live, but you know what I mean. This guy grows better weed than I do. The guy down the street grows better weed than this guy does.
yeah.
Right? He treats it different than I treat. When I fucking do it, it's been a year since I've done it, but he does it different than me. This guy does it different than him, right? And you're gonna get a different product every time, but it's still somewhat of a fucking decent
you
thing.
ultimately-
Did the weed I grew? It was decent. Nothing crazy, nothing special. Like
It did the
I
trick.
fucking gave it away. But
Yeah, like it's all decriminalized
it was a free trade. Myself and Dylan did the process of cutting it up as we were smoking it as we're rolling
Yeah.
and it's
Yeah.
it's not the process that they make it out to be where they fucking jack the price up on it.
That's the thing.
It's
That's
not
what kills
that
me. That's
fucking
the thing.
thing.
And the taxability and the inflation on it and other stuff. It's just like it kills me because you're getting quality stuff at average, regular, half decent, justifiable prices.
Right? It's sustainable.
And that's
It's a sustainability of it. It's not an
why it's
issue.
hard. And I think the dispensaries are screwing themselves over in that regard because when you charge,
It's
80
not them, it's the government that now puts all this. You need this licensing. You need this. You need
Well,
this.
it's not
You
even
need
just
this.
that either because I actually I've learned something because here's the thing. A lot of people will think that with you saying that it's the government, it's not just like the government stuff because these companies are also capitalizing on
Yeah.
the fact that it's going through because I've gotten the same stuff
Yeah.
for different prices at different dispensaries. The same exact bud, same strain, same bag, same everything, the whole 9 yards. This same
Fucking
packaging.
such a sick bag though. Let me see.
Yeah,
that.
these actually aren't bad. This brand here, Pure Sun Farms, if I'm going to plug anybody, Pure Sun Farms, if you were to go to any dispensaries and get stuff, Pure Sun Farms, is
Afghan
good.
Kush.
because what they do is they're more like,
It's fucking sick.
it seems less processed. Some of the nugs seem like they're so pristine in some of the other brands, and you don't want too pristine because that stuff has shit in it.
I can't even open it.
This outside one
Yeah.
here, and then the top one. It's child proofed.
No doubt.
Yeah, no shit.
No fucking doubt.
on fingers.
It's weird. I couldn't even open it for a while either.
No, you know what? So if you open that drawer right by your foot, I got a. I still can't open it.
Oh, these things are hard as hell to open.
Yeah, right,
But what
dude.
was
I
saying,
got
though,
it back.
Pure Sun Farms is actually good quality because they do like an average, like they're not over processing. They get it, they dry it, they hand trim and shit like that. To the best of my knowledge, I believe. But it's good quality grown stuff. But with this other stuff, man, you're getting
All right, I gotta take a piss.
bang for your buck without spending the extra
You're not
money
breaking the
on
fucking
taxes, and it's always quality. Like for example,
a better product than what you can normally grow in your backyard.
It's just like McDonald's, man. You order a Big Mac and you're expecting it to look like the picture, and it ain't what it is in the picture.
100%.
With the stuff that Matt and I get from this side deal that isn't necessarily government sanctioned.
Yes, sir.
It is what you get in the picture, man. You see it in the picture, you order it, it comes to your house.
Yeah.
It is what you saw in the fucking picture.
Yeah. Orange hairs, purple fucking crystals.
Yeah, the whole 9 yards.
All kinds of fun shit. Well trimmed.
That's it, man. And like, it boils down to like, I work hard for my money. You work hard for your money. Everybody, in one way or another, has to spend their time working hard for their money. And you want to get, whether even, this is a cigar show, whether it comes to a cigar, whether it comes to weed, whether it comes to a drink, anything, you want your money to go as far as it can go for a good quality product.
Fuck yeah. 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 No, it still kind of blows my mind a bit, like how all these distillates and concentrates and shatter and like there's all these new stuffs coming out, which kind of like, I'm 37 years old, right? So like I remember going to the trailer park and just buying weed off trailer 22.
Yeah, Jimmy over in trailer 22's got a little bit of hash and a little bit of schwank, and you're like,
right.
Yeah, sure, I'll take a little bag of it.
Or, $30 an eighth, $50 a quarter, whatever.
Yeah, call it a day.
And you just got a bag of weed, and you didn't know if it was Kush, indica, fucking hybrid, anything, like strains, all the shit. It was
legit just weed. Nobody's asking, hey, what is it? And they're like, it's fucking weed, idiot.
Yeah, we are excelling in that regard. Like it is.
Yeah. So
it's like rice. You want brown fried rice, you want white rice, you want
basmati rice, fucking jasmine rice, fucking,
right? There's a billion different kinds of fucking rices.
I don't know.
It's cool
rice
though. It's
a less technical level, I think.
Yeah,
at this point,
it's nice.
You got 90% Japanese rice. We got this, like it's fucking crazy, right?
Yeah, I've never gone into shatter. Oil and hash was definitely a part of my childhood. Now I just like smoking joints now.
Hash was
well, you know what?
Huge in my
childhood. What though?
I
think some of that stuff back then, people didn't realize that we were getting stoned off of the chemicals
butane.
And shit in
the
that
fucking
stuff.
butane that
so that's why what oils and like the hash and oil stuff or like the weed oil stuff. It's evolved. And these, like you were saying, like these new things and distillate stuff, it's worth investigating. It really is. I can tell you that because
you're a dab guy.
Well, I was for a little while, and my old lady's brother is firmly like he does not do any flour now. He gets like pucks of concentrate. He gets like a big wax sheet. It's like a big piece of paper, and he gets 20 grams, like 15 grams of this like shatter at one time. And he swears by that because he says it's the stuff that he gets is broken down. It's not too chemicalized or anything like that, and he's not smoking all the flour, and a small amount goes a long way. So he gets this big puck of it, and it lasts him a month, 2 months.
That's crazy.
That's
wild.
You spend the money, but you get what you get out of it, and you get the time out of it. And
you can draw it out.
And
it's not just like boom,
thing too. You have a little dab will do you. You have a little hit of it. He feels great. It doesn't reek like smoking a joint. You're loud. Almost, you're out in the open. If you smoke, a joint, people know you smoked a joint.
Everybody knows. I'd rather smell a joint than a cigarette.
Right.
So being honest, not smoking cigarettes, right? Like I don't care if it's fucking smoked in front of me at all. It doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
But I have like one a week. I'll still have a fucking
my bad.
No, I don't care, dude. I had mine on Thursday. I had one with fucking all the guys at work.
You're one a week.
Yeah.
Actually,
I got it in me, and I was just like, "Fuck, this is disgusting." I'm like, "It's fucking gross." You'll see the piss spot out there once you open the door.
Oh yeah.
But we got to get into something right now, and I'm gonna say it back to you when you're back from taking a piss. You'll probably hear me. I wrote this down when I was driving home from work last night. We finished early. Well, I finished early. Do you love your job, or do you do it because you love it, or because you have to do it, or you need to do it? Because I think it's a crazy thing to actually think of, right? Do you do your job because you love it, or because you have to do it, or because you need to do it?
I feel like as the years went on and like opportunity presented itself and I got trained on more pieces of equipment or drill rigs or whatever that started to like I'm obligated to do the job I'm in. And then I'm also like not addicted, but like I need the money.
Yeah.
Because
So it's something you have to. You don't need to do it, but you have to do it because now you have that chase.
Yeah. Like most days I wake up and I want to go to work because it's like something to do and it gives me a paycheck. But I don't like wake up and be like, oh my God, today's gonna be the best fucking day. I get to go like I'm not excited about it. I'm just like, I have to go to work.
Yeah, you do it because you have. Then that's it. You have to, right? And
right.
I mean,
then with my job too, I'm playing the long game, right? Because every hour is a pension hour. So 23 years, I'm gonna fucking retire my ass and be comfortable.
Slide that
so
fucking thing.
I do a job that I don't like all the time, where there's a lot of bullshit involved, but I'm playing the long game, where it's like, hey, if I stick this out,
ride it out
and stay healthy, right? Like, don't beat up my body too much because it's construction.
Yeah.
Then next thing you know, you're fucking 60 and you got, multiple thousands coming to you a month in your pension because you worked your ass off for 30 years doing a job that you didn't necessarily love, but
you reap what you sow, though.
Yeah.
Out of it, right?
Yeah. Like she was like, oh, look at this job the other week. She was like looking at Indeed for something, and I'm like, yeah, but like, what about the pension? What about the benefit plan? Do I have 100% dental coverage? Do I have 100% massage, physio, chiropractor, dental? Like,
it might not be worth it. It's worth it in the long run, and that's the thing, right? And that's what everybody wants, that long goal. Well, like, can I be out of there at 60, 65, right?
Yeah.
You want to do something that you see the fucking light at the end of the tunnel.
And doing what I do now, it's nice because I get laid off every winter.
Mm-hmm.
So you work your ass off for 7-8 months, weekends, overtime, night shift, double shifts, afternoon shifts, day shifts, whatever the fuck.
Yeah, man, grind it out.
Living out of town, living in a hockey flag, going to motels. But then once the end of December hits, like I just chill for 4 months and like get better, or like
and you earned that, man. And
you want to work again after that. That's the thing. It makes you want to work again. You want to do that again, right?
Yeah. So I've been enjoying like not having to work 12 months a year because I make enough money in 7 or 8 that people make in 12. But I have to sacrifice my time and my body and my.
Well, that's the thing, man. 100%. Honestly, people don't realize, like, at the end of the day, when it comes to anything, sick days, vacation, taking time for yourself, man.
Because you need it.
That's why you're taking it.
You truly need that.
You know what? I still live by, like, you did teach me something. Actually, I will say you taught me. I still talk about it now, and I tell it to my old lady and shit all the time.
Yeah.
You don't make that money today. You're not making that money for this whole fucking year. You're taking that money away from you for the whole year.
You just pissed it away. And
so,
you're like, man, I wish I had $200.
You work that overtime. Technically, it's not that much overtime. It's really, you're just catching up on the other shit that you fucking slacked on before.
You could work fucking 40 hours of overtime that fucking month, but you take the fucking week off because you're sick, or you just don't want to be there. You know
that
what
overtime
I mean?
Is just catch up time. It's not overtime.
That's it. Now you don't have it. You had it, but you pissed it away because you had it.
But at that same time, we got to realize, like, ourselves are also important too. So, like, you actually have a great setup in the sense that you get to put in your time, you put in that work, and then you get to be rewarded by, you paid into that money, you paid into the time, you did the work. Now you get a chance to let the body recuperate a bit, focus on yourself, family, making sourdough fucking bread, whatever it is. The show. Cigar smoking, anything that's you're passionate about, even just laying on the couch and doing absolute fuck all for a day just to recuperate. Any of that.
The body needs that, though. Work is like a fucking hangover. That, you know what I mean? You need that downtime.
Just for example, taking care of yourself, pampering. Whether it be
I'm a big fucking advocate of that shit.
Pampering, man. I'm starting to advocate more. Like I have my eyebrows threaded for the first time in my life, and let me tell you, it sounds ridiculous, but it actually is great. It feels good. You feel crisp. When you look in that fucking mirror after you go and you spend that money that you worked hard for.
When are you going to get another face? You're not.
You know,
You ain't
this
gonna
might
get-
not
that's
make
me.
me money. It might not make me money, but I
This
still
makes
don't
you money though.
The body makes me money, but I
You
still
got to
don't
invest.
want.
You got to invest
I
in what
still
makes
gotta
you money.
invest. I still got to invest in the other shit. Cause
Yo,
I
you
still,
want to do this? Well, you need a tool for it. Fucking take care of yourself, right? Because that's your fucking. That's you investing in yourself.
yeah,
You have to be the biggest investor in yourself
yeah,
because
that's true.
whatever
man.
you want to do, whatever
I'm
the
telling
fuck
you.
you do,
And if
you want to wear a fucking pink ass fucking purple tracksuit. This is what's gonna get me this. That's why you got to do
feeling
it. Right?
confident in it is a big thing, man. Taking care of yourself is a huge, huge thing. Taking care of yourself, and it boils down to like what we were just talking about with work, man. Having a few months to fucking take care of yourself, mentally, physically, is a huge, huge deal.
It's investing into yourself.
Yeah, it's a huge.
You got to
deal.
invest in yourself.
Yeah.
You probably ask Dylan right now. Any sick day I've ever taken, he's like, "Oh, well, like, what's up?" Oh, I was fucking golfing. I was golfing. I'm calling my boss and going, "Hey, I'm not feeling good today. I'm not coming into work." What golf course are you on?
Yeah.
Laughing, right? And I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm not on a golf course. You know what I mean? He's like, well, seriously,
Meanwhile,
where are you
you're
at?
over
Like,
there, like,
oh, he's
what
asked me the next
course?
day. He's like, where'd you play? And I'm like, oh, we played this course. And he's like, fuck, nice course. I'm like, yeah.
Dwayne
I'm like,
knows, though. Dwayne knows because even me, I already took a day this year.
oh,
and
he's
Dwayne was like, I call bullshit, and I was like, never you mind, old man. It's my
That's it.
fucking day to take. Never you mind what's bullshit and what's not
Yeah.
bullshit. I took it.
right.
And he's like,
That's
fuck it. You're right. Who gives a fuck?
Everybody fucking needs those days, man. And it's a recharge. It's a refresh. And it's like,
Sometimes you wake up next to your old lady with a handful of titty, and it's like,
buddy,
know.
that was just before the episode, just before you got here. I came in and she's like rocking tank top, no bra. And I'm like, give me some of that titty. And
I gotta get a handful
She whipped it
of
out and
that.
gave her a couple. And then
Yep.
put the hand down below. And I was like, fucking game time. I
Yep.
grabbed the hold of it and I was just like, dunk.
Yep, you can't.
It's over.
You can't help
And
it.
I was like looking at the fucking clock while I'm doing it. I'm looking at the clock while I'm doing it. And I'm like, all right.
I got time.
I mean, it's always quick. It's always quick, but I'm like, I gotta have a shower now. I gotta fucking do my beard. I gotta fucking get dressed. I gotta pick a fucking tracksuit. So as I'm fucking brushing my teeth, I'm like, what tracksuit should I wear? I'm like, you pick. She's like, it's Valentine's Day. Do you have anything like?
What are you guys doing?
Oh, nothing.
Anything? Nothing?
Nothing, man. We've
No
been together
dinner?
for like 10 or 11 years.
Yeah, so you can have
No,
a steak dinner
I-
and a lobster tail and fucking eat
I
your
spoil
asshole
it.
or
Yeah,
something.
yeah. We're having steak and seafood, but
Fair
yeah,
enough,
yeah. I mean, it's just, I think it's a bigger thing now that she has her true career, and I guess she's finally comfortable with everything. I guess, and
All right. Here's my answer for the Valentine's Day shit, right? So like Valentine's Day,
we still gotta ask fucking. We gotta still gotta ask
Valentine's
Bill the fucking
Day
other question.
is a joke that was created by the fucking somebody to generate revenue in February. Like Valentine's
Yeah,
Day
it
can
was.
go fuck itself. I'll honor the day and like have a nice dinner, like you're saying, right? We're gonna have
It's an
homemade
instant sex day.
we're gonna make a fucking an apple pie, and we're gonna have pad thai, some Thai food.
And a cream pie.
We'll acknowledge the day, but like I'm not pulling out my debit card tomorrow.
No. And I fully fucking agree with that. In fact, here's the thing. Actually, with my old lady, I not to get too far into that, but she hadn't had like a lot of good relationships. Like she didn't make a habit of dating. Like I don't want to toot my own horn, but like men who get shit done. So
You
she had.
date rockets. I'm gonna say they're fucking rockets.
I've
man.
had a rocket
rockets.
too.
They're rockets. Yeah, they're
But she
rockets.
hadn't made a habit of dating guys who get shit done. So she hadn't really ever experienced. So last year, I'm not going to lie, I busted out the debit card, but that was for the greater picture. She hadn't had the bear. She'd never had the fucking,
the cute shit.
So last year, I was like, you know what? You're fucking getting it because you have to get that at least one time. You
Yeah,
have to do the
you know what?
the smoozy shit, because at the end of the day, I don't give a fuck. I'll look like an idiot. Honestly, I don't give a fuck. I'll be that guy walking through with that big bouquet of flowers and a teddy bear on my arm.
But you got to do
I
it
don't
though.
care what anybody else thinks because I had to do it for my old lady.
That's an investment though.
But
because that's
that was
gonna pay
last
off.
year.
It's gonna pay off.
It paid off because it meant a great deal to her. But with that being said, I fully 100,000,000% agree with what you're saying because this year it's the first fucking thing I said to the old lady. I ain't buying shit. I just want you to know you ain't getting a fucking necklace. You ain't getting a fucking pair of earrings. I'm not supporting this shit. But we are gonna have a nice dinner and a nice night to ourselves. We're gonna enjoy each other's company, that kind of shit.
So
We're gonna make
Sure,
it a
well,
day that's personal
that's a
between us.
precedent,
But it's not a fucking
here's
debit card.
here's my
expenditure.
defense on it. Here's my defense on it. Right. This is my defense. I always just got her shit she could use or need. Right. I didn't give a fuck. You know,
Which
here's
is also good.
gift cards, shit like that. Right. But I was like, I'm walking through my house with my fucking Bluetooth fucking earphones on, right? Talking shit. And I see her fucking corded fucking earphones, right? And I was like, fuck this. Like, I'm gonna get her a nice set of fucking Bluetooth, earbuds. She can use them for when she talks to her parents because she's always doing that when she's talking to her parents or her friends and
In
shit
the
like that,
car,
right?
Fucking working out, any different thing.
I got a decent smartwatch. Keeps track of fucking all my shit I do. I'm actually it's the first time I've not worn it in a long time. It's just charging.
Yeah. You got everything smart now too. You got the smart house for fuck's sakes. But
Yeah,
not to get off topic.
I don't. It's just it's simple, right? It lets me know how my sleep is. It keeps track, and I can actually look at a chart at my sleep
That's quality.
of when I woke
That's a
up,
big deal.
what a deep sleep was, and what a light sleep was.
That's a big deal.
And it just does my steps, it does my calories, it does my heartbeat. I'm getting older, man, and I wanna be, I do want to be here for the long game. So I gotta watch that does that. Also, if I'm driving, I'm on my phone a lot, just Monday to Friday because of work and all that shit with salespeople and all, everything. If I'm driving, my phone goes off. I can actually see it on my watch. Who's calling?
That's pretty.
I can hit ignore. Right, so
That's
it's just
sick.
doing that, and my wife was like, "Fucking, she started talking to me about smartwatches, and I was like, well, do you want one?" She's like, no. But she
You were
fucking,
like, "Fuck that."
she wants one. I know she wants one,
Yeah,
right? She's
you're
like trying to
like,
pick the
"Fuck
cheapest one. And I'm like, no. Like, this is the first one you showed me. I was like, boom, got that. And then I just got her the classic, like, some winner's gift card and a fucking shopper's gift card. She likes that. That's everyday
For
shit.
Valentine's Day?
Yeah.
That's pretty legit.
And I was just like,
That's
like,
pretty legit.
here it is.
That's
And
that's more than I fucking did this year, man. That's legit.
I was just like, you know what? Like, I'm
You're so
yeah.
gay. You
what I think.
boy, fucking buying your wife all these gifts and shit. Fucking wow! I didn't think you're so romantic for Valentine's Day,
Dude.
Man, you gotta
I
keep
fucked
them
for
happy,
Christmas.
man.
I almost wrapped 2 racks on her.
You can buy
And
any of
at
that
the
shit
end
for
of the
her
day- at the end of the day-
whatever. You're like, no, Valentine's Day.
Listen,
Justin's pulling out the
Driller.
I can tell you one thing: a special lady likes to do special stuff.
So here's the thing. Driller has maybe seen I've been with my wife for 12 years now. Driller has maybe seen fucking 1/8 of my fuck ups. Just imagine that. But Driller, I'm a fucking angel right now. I am an angel. Since you've known me, I've been an angel.
Angel status. He's got to keep the status, man.
I fucked up a lot of things, and I feel like now where I don't have to worry. I'm not, you know what I mean? Doing my own thing. I've established myself somewhere else. I could be comfortable. I could just be good. You know what I mean? I get a lot of extra time, right? Just the fucking drive I save now. You know that drive, and I get that time just to fucking think and be like, you know what? I want to be. I knew. I was a shitty boyfriend. I was a shitty husband.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm actually putting the resumes out because I want steady days so I can live a normal life,
right?
man.
And that's it, man. That shit's huge, right? I was finally in that position.
I'm envious of your position. I'm envious of your position, Driller. I really am. Getting a chance to fucking put the work in and then have some months.
Like you want steady days? Like I'm out of town, man. Like I'm packing.
I've done that. I've done the out of town thing. That is pretty rough. It can be pretty rough, man.
The out of town shit, you're better off doing afternoons or midnights.
Well, the out of town shit doesn't matter. When I was out of town, we used to work mega hours. Like you were saying, man, you work 10, 12-hour days because you're out of town. So what the fuck else you doing, man? We're going back to the hotel after for a fucking burger on the
Yeah.
We might as well work it and fucking make bank while we're here.
I think the big thing, and I want to say I think I've seen both of you guys like go through it and I guess develop it. Like I want to say you found yourself. You're like, this is what I want to be. This is what I want to do. And that's the same with Driller, right? This is what I want to do. This is what I want to be. Like, let's achieve it, right? Yeah. And that's the big thing. Like, it sounds really deep, like fucking super fucking mythological on some shit. But like, I think I hit that point where I was just like, oh, this is me. Like, let me do this. Like, I know how many hours I fucking spent out here over the years. You know what I mean? My wife's like, oh, it's fine. I'll just watch TV. And I'm like, all right, cool. She's cool with it. She's cool with it. She's cool with it. But then she's just like, really? You just did fucking a 60-hour work week? You're not gonna chill with me at all? Like, I don't know how your day was. I don't know what you're going through. I don't know this. And I was just like, oh, you know what? Like, let me connect with you.
Yeah.
And I gotta say, honestly, like, yeah, I've been married for 6 years, 7 years, 6 years. It's probably the first time I've ever actually connected with a woman was actually after I was married. Right. And like one day she's like, you never talk about work. You never talk about this. And one day I just fucking unloaded on her where I'm like, I want to fucking put my fucking fist through this guy's fucking face at work when he's fucking talking to me. I'm like, I'm going to fucking do it. And she's like, well, you've never actually talked to me about work.
Hey, man, fuck. Sometimes you got to fucking talk about it. You got to do shit.
One day I broke down about, my past in Burlington. And she's just like, what the hell? Fucking Sandtree. But, I broke down and talked to her about it. She's like, well, you never actually, talked to me about that shit. And that's why I was like, you know what? I guess I can get on her level because you know, women are fucking emotional and they're always breaking down that shit to you, right? And they tell you that shit every day, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, I think as a guy, you just like you push it away, right? And it's I guess actually making yourself fucking vulnerable, which is a huge thing.
Like right now.
Yeah. And when you make yourself vulnerable, you're just like, you know what? Like now she knows. Now she knows. And now like, you know, now I know she knows and like, it's out there. It's putting it out there.
Oh,
right.
And when you put it out there, you're like, well, shit, you know, I got, the fuck can I do? I can't do nothing. But it's actually making yourself vulnerable and fucking defenseless.
Okay, well, we'll see.
But it's defenseless in a good way, right? Like, you still protect yourself and shit like that. But it's, I want to say, fuck.
Scotty says, Reborn!
What up, Scotty?
All right, buddy.
But I guess the big thing was actually just making yourself vulnerable and just being able to fucking, you know, be on that level. Because I to be honest, I had never been on that level, right? You know what I mean? I tell my wife all the time, I give her a lot of credit, right? She had what she thought was her career, and it got taken away from her.
Yeah.
And then she restarted, right? And I was like, what the fuck? Like, you know, I look at her, and I never told her that. Like, up until probably a year ago, and I was like, dude, I'm like, I couldn't do that. You have a you know, college diploma with human resources. You have fucking did this with fucking retail. And I go, you just walked into a job with the fucking union with the school board.
Yeah, I mean,
I go, I'm fucked if I go, I have literally zero I go, all I know is rebar.
Yeah, no,
all I know is fucking rebar.
To go and do other shit. Really.
You know what I mean? I go, I can't do nothing else. All I know is fucking rebar.
On a side note, I still think that him set up with that background,
it looks better than this. I know.
Fucking quality over there, man. Looks like a sports fucking caster,
right?
Like ready to fucking report on the bee's knees shit.
All right,
yeah.
I gotta ask you. I asked her already. Do you do your job because you love it? Do you do your job because you need to, or do you do your job because you have to? And I want to say, I probably asked you this years ago, right? You know what I mean? Like, well, why do you do this, right? Why do you do it now?
Right now,
you have to, you love it, or you need to.
If I'm being 100% honest, and it might even sound, you know, a slight bum situation, but because I fucking have to. Like what
you have
I'm
to,
doing,
or you need to. You have to. You have to work. You have to work.
Here's the thing, because now I'm appreciating the quality of life that I've been giving myself.
Yeah,
I pay my fucking bills. I have a place to be. I have the things that I want for the most part. Yeah. You know, I might not have everything that I want yet, but that's a work.
So let me differentiate. You do and have to. Have to is because you have to work. Need to is like you got fucking 5 kids you're paying child support for.
I'm not paying child support. I've been smart about that. Wrap your willy boys and girls.
Spit your game.
But my thing is now, I like to be able to support the things that I like. If I want to have a cigar, if I want to make some fucking bread, you know, Driller, let's touch on that, because I appreciate that. I respect the fuck out of that. The fact that you're taking time to, like, you know, perfect the quality, like
and
eating.
I have the time right now.
Eating's
right
a thing.
Time.
You do? Is that what you're saying?
Right now, so once I go back to work, then like I'm fucked again, right? Like we're just back to eating fucking chicken and salad every night.
It's going to be a rough transition, because now you're going to be used to taking care of yourself in that sense, and then now you're going to be like, well, what the shit? I can't make myself like some quality stuff.
Yeah, just like how you were saying, you're looking for steady days. Like, we're not like trying that hard, but we are trying to like get pregnant at some point, right? And like that's not going to work with me going out of town from Monday, leaving Sunday night, getting home Friday night.
Schedule of like keeping up
home for like 48 hours.
Tell you, we got sanitizer here.
Right? Yeah, and I'm back out of town again, right? Like I just want to like. I'm pulling up actually like the city of fucking Welland, city of Niagara Falls, like city of St. Catharines, like just have like a fucking city job or some shit, right? Like they dig holes and
stuff.
Bro, you and me both. I'd love to lean on a shovel for fucking 12 hours a day.
Yeah. In fact, actually last night I was talking to some guy, and I don't know if it's ever going to become a thing.
Yeah.
But Buddy was saying something about being like running some of these like projects, like doing like the bridge maintenance, all this other different shit. And he was saying that this laborers union thing pays for $30 an hour to start. And I took his number down and I texted him, and I was like, buddy, fuck, I don't give a fuck if I work 10, 12-hour days. If it's days and I get to go home,
do it,
and it's the regular shift for $30 an hour, I was like, I'll take it. But again, like you were saying, man, like the routine. Congrats though too. Also, by the way, that's a pretty crazy situation, man, to even be talking about like You know, the idea
Yeah.
of starting a family, right? I'm
What? Driller? Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, we were just talking about how they're going to be trying, but
Well, I mean,
being a
Driller's
town-
like, do I want another dog? She's a dog or baby, from what I know.
Yeah,
From what
but
I
you know
know.
what though? If you have the means and you have the attitude and you have, the capabilities of taking the steps and doing that, because I'm a firm believer that like if you're not in the position to do it, you shouldn't be doing it. But if you're in the position
But-
to do it and you want to extend your family, I think that is a great thing, man.
Me and my wife, we tried. We know we got to do that other shit. We got, money,
We've talked
money
about
for
that
it,
before.
right?
We've talked about that before.
Guys have asked me that at work too, like in the position I am. They're like, they're like, well, fuck, I bet you're tired. You got like, bro, I'm fucking 35 and I'm sitting up here and I got no kids.
Yeah.
They're like, fuck you. I'm like, no. I'm like, we tried. We realized we have to do this. I go, we want to do it, but we don't want to. Like, I think the lives we're able to live, I think we're selfish because of it. But we're not selfish because, we're enjoying it. The thing with her was like, she just started a new career fucking 3-4 years ago.
Well, not even that.
And it's like, well, let's not jump in it because you're already off for the fucking summer.
It's also a tough situation now because at this point, it's a tough world to be.
Right? Like, I'm not like, oh, the hospital's full because of this. Like, well.
It's a tough situation at this point.
Believe me, I can't even clean up cat puke. Let alone fucking try to do a home birth where it's like, fuck. Say it. I fucking catch this shit. Right?
Blue,
Montana, Wisconsin, 69. Say it.
And
And I catch it. I'm like, fuck. You know what I mean? Honestly, even if it's in hospital, I don't think I could cut an umbilical cord. I know what it's like for something to go through skin. I know what it's like for something to go through skin.
That's a crazy opinion. What about you? I'm curious because I'm the type of guy. I'm going to be behind the sheet, man. If that's the thing, I'm behind the fucking sheet.
Yo, Driller's flopping the umbilical cord, and he's like, I got a good recipe for this.
Are you man enough? Like,
I got a good recipe for this.
That guy, are you going to be on the outside?
I don't think that I got the stones to like go between the legs. I'll be up front by her head, holding her hand.
That's it. Okay, I'm so happy that.
It's fucking weird, man.
I don't want to be a part of that, and I don't care if that sounds like Weasley or whatever the fuck.
Buddy, it's this kid's fucking arm's gonna go through it first, and I'm gonna be like,
that's
this
it.
kid's
No,
packing.
I'm support.
This kid's packing.
That's
like,
it.
wow,
I'm
that's way bigger than I've ever done.
I'm gonna be up on the other side of the sheet, and I'm gonna be like, you got this. Like, you're a champ. You're fucking wonderful.
No,
I ain't gonna be on the other side seeing the war.
I won't even be there. I'll be like, let me know what cigars I need to bring them at home. I'm gonna take a fucking Uber X there. I'm taking an Uber X there.
Plug some sponsors and shit.
Right? Yeah. Yeah, all right. Hold it in here for like another fucking 20-30 minutes. We're just getting through it right now. We got Human Smart, we got Sir Louis Cigars, we got Luxury Cigar Club. You know what? We got United Cigars, Bearded Buffalo. Just give me a minute, hon. Just give me a minute.
You know what? Speaking of the Bearded Buffalo stuff,
yeah,
I was feeling really sad about the fact that it was literally like just last week that I got like trimmed up and faded up.
Dude.
And I could have been on here repping the fucking juicy beard, repping the Bearded Buffalo.
So here, hey,
I'm over here fucking shaved up, like fuck.
You know what? This is the last episode you're gonna see of me with a beard.
Really?
Yeah, I booked my 5 o'clock shadow appointment next fucking Monday. This Monday coming up.
You're shaving her down?
Yeah, man, it's gone. 5 o'clock shadow, little fucking shadow.
Just for a bit, or are you coming back? Or?
I think I'm gonna rock it for a while.
Just for a bit?
Probably the summer and shit.
I honestly I've been missing it.
Maybe
I've been missing it.
When have you seen me with the shorter beard? You never seen, like, I've always had this, right? And it's, I'll still use that beard oil and stuff in my beard when it's short, but it's just this is the last public episode, Driller.
Yeah, it is.
With me with the fucking beard, and I got to be a man of my word, and I want to do it. So fuck it.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Yeah. I just knocked mine back like 3 weeks ago, and I'm a lot happier with a tight beard than the long one.
Right. It's easier and it's more maintainable, and it's fucking. I've used the word a lot tonight, but it's fucking sustainable. You know, you whip out of bed, you're good to go.
Yes. Oh yeah, 100%.
You don't got shit fucking racking up everywhere. All this shit. All right, Driller, you got to ask me the question I just asked everybody.
Ask you the question.
Yeah, well, I never gave an answer to it.
What did I miss? What are you talking about?
Do I love my job, or I do it because I need to, or I have to?
Oh, Justin. So do you love your job, or do you do it because you need to, or because you have to?
I think now it's so fucking staged. I feel like I do my job now because I love it, because I could have stayed in my previous job. But I think I do my job now because I honestly fucking love it. I love what I do. I love my knowledge that I know that everybody's taught me. And I just do it because I truly think I fucking love my job. You know what I mean? I don't wake up being like, fuck, I don't want to go to work. Fuck, I don't, you know what I mean? I'm like, fuck, work today. Like, I'm going to go there and fucking shoot my mouth off at people and just.
A lot of that boils down to like the people you work with too, though.
Oh, 100%. 100%. It changed from when I left where you were to where I am now, right? At first I was like, oh, fuck, I don't know. But then people and your ability to fucking interact with people and just, how you interact with them or how they interact with you. It's the big thing on how they interact with you, right? You're like, oh, fuck. Like, this guy just threw a shot at me, right? And he's expecting me not to throw a shot back. So then I hit him with a fucking little shot and he's like, what? Like, dude, I didn't know you were going to be like, and it's just like, oh, shit, and even small things you do there, right? People fucking see that and they're like, shit, like, all right, this guy's like that. And I think it keeps it interesting and it keeps it
shout out
it's
to these
fun.
Yeti fucking
yeah,
tools,
shout out to fucking Yeti, man. One day they might be a sponsor. Yeti and Raw.
You still doing the Manscaped?
No.
No?
No.
What happened to that?
Just they were like, let me see your numbers, and I'm like, no, you don't need to see my numbers. We just parted ways.
Parted ways.
Parted
Fair
fucking
enough.
ways.
Fair enough.
Parted ways. I think we did over 4,000 views in 2 weeks. So
Why didn't you tell them that?
I don't care.
Fair enough.
None of your, but you got on me. So we linked together because of this. Ride it out. That's it. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I think our total fucking views, listens last month, January, was like 8,000 views and listens for the entire month. It's not bad.
Rebar.
Right?
Yeah,
that ain't
out
bad,
one
but
and only Rebar, baby.
you know what? That's their fucking thing. I mean, that ended like
On that subject,
I think 2 or 3 months after that. Yeah,
cheers and
cheers,
thanks for
man.
having me on, boys. Good to say hi, Driller. Have hello to everybody else.
I got a couple more questions.
Yeah, what's the normal? This is my first time being privy to the actual.
This is pretty
like,
fucking normal.
like, I mean, I've seen the episode. Like, I've seen stuff. Like, I have you on, like, obviously on my Instagram and stuff. Like,
no, dude, I don't have
privy to
Instagram
it,
no more. Somebody else runs it for me.
Somebody else runs it now?
Somebody else runs my Instagram. Yeah, I don't. It's not me. It hasn't been me for like 2 months now.
No shit. That's pretty
been,
cool, man. Cheers
it's been.
to that.
I don't know if it's a cheers. It was just like I got to separate from it. You know what I mean? I think I know more not having it. Right? Because I'm spending all this stuff.
So you have your personal one.
No, I don't even run that.
No?
No, I don't run that. I don't have. I literally go through my phone. I don't have Instagram
No shit.
at all. Yeah,
Somebody else takes care of it.
yeah. It's fun. Like I don't have to worry about something, right? The guy that runs it, shout out Tim C, shout out to Jersey Nick. Like, yo, post on it twice a week. I don't care.
Just
Post
have
on it twice a
something-
week. That's it,
something
man.
that keeps it active. But
Yeah, that's it. Just show that we're there. Show that we're doing new things. They create all the fucking memes and all the cool things that we post and the funny things we post. Like, yo, just post this twice a week, man. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, that's
Where's
cool as hell.
where's Paul at? Where's 7'9"?
Oh, my boy, Paulie.
Yeah, he's been a ghost. Like he was posting all the time. Now I don't see shit anymore.
No, he created a new Instagram account,
Oh, okay.
a ghost account, right? I don't even think my personal page follows him. That was just as I was walking away from it. He created that, and I was like, all right, cool. Like,
Yeah.
we still talk all the time, right? But yeah, he super political dude, super one of my fucking tightest boys. I know, one of my tightest friends.
Yeah.
Super sick guy. Speaks his mind all the time and only tells the truth.
And that's a quality to respect.
Right, and
It really is,
that's why I
man.
think we get along, right? And
It's quality to respect right there.
me and this guy would virtually fucking smoke cigars together till like 3-4 in the morning on fucking
Just
night.
shooting the shit.
Yeah, just shooting
Yeah.
the shit. And he's like, fuck, boy. He's like, the sun's coming up here. I'm like, holy fuck, it is. I'm like, it's not even up here yet. We're fucking laughing. I'm like, bro, let's get to bed. I'm going to get the barbecue going. And this is when I would smoke a lot of foods on my old school smoker. And like, dude, I just put it on. Like, what are you up to? He's like, oh, yeah, I'll have a drink and smoke with you. And like, we're sitting there talking right now. I'm sipping a coffee and he's just like, Heineken.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, really? Like, this is what we're doing? I didn't want
Heinekens
to.
are legit.
I
man.
didn't want to seem weird that I wasn't drinking, right? Like, I was just like, yeah, I don't want to be the guy that pops on there. I'm like, you're the one having the beer, right?
That's funny.
And he's like, fuck no. He's like, it's fucking Sunday.
See, honestly, though, that interaction with people, man, is legit. Like, my old lady actually bugs me now about how I don't stream and do more.
Oh, your
something
video
like
game
this.
shit? Because you could just talk shit in fucking video games.
Well, that's what I also talk to people in different time zones, different parts of the world. I talk to guys that live different life, than us. And
I probably got 10 to 15 close fucking friends, right? I want to say my two closest are probably Driller and Wiseman, right?
Yeah.
The two co-hosts of the show. Those are my two fucking closest. Majority of my friends that I talk to on a regular basis, like aside from you,
Yeah.
like New York City, a bunch of them in New York
That's what I
City,
mean,
a
right?
bunch of them in New Jersey, and it's just like,
same thing, man.
you know, I'll be at work, I'm like, oh yeah, they're calling, yo, what's up, dude? Fucking this, and people hear him on the speaker, like, where the fuck's that guy from?
Yeah,
Oh, he's from Brooklyn.
it's exactly. I talk to guys
They're
out
just
of
like,
Florida.
how the
and they
fuck
go
do you
down
know
to shit.
him?
Guys I talk to on a regular basis, or in Florida, fucking in Wisconsin,
That's it,
wherever
right?
the fuck
It's
they
no
go.
different than what we do,
Yeah,
right?
I just don't have it up for public forum. Like, it's not.
And that's why I think I wanted to get away from Instagram myself personally, right? I was posting a lot of shit like, oh, this is me and this dude, this, you know, this is me doing this is me doing that, right? And I was like, you know what? Let's just keep the show account strictly show,
Yeah,
right? People don't need to see like, oh, like how many drinks I shotgun, how many, you know what I mean? Like,
just what you shotgun on the show, because I mean, truth be told.
that's it, right? Like I'm usually good for 2 or 3 on the show, so yeah. But
Shit.
that was
Well,
my big thing, right? And then I think
You've done some good posts. Like you got that light box. You're like you're creative with your cigar posts sometimes. Like you do have nice pictures.
Yeah,
You
you've
did
been-
do
you're
nice
pretty
pictures,
skilled
but
with
then-
camera
it's
with your other
that's
shit too.
that's
like,
easy though to me because that's what I fucking, you know, that's what my high school was about. That's what my fucking,
yeah, true, because you did the biking and all the other
it's what I
stuff,
know
so
how
you
to
had the
do, right? So
filmmaking.
it's fucking easy to me. And even people are like, why didn't you edit the show? And I'm like, fuck, I've edited fucking probably close to 1 million hours of fucking footage with everything. You know what I mean? Whether it's whatever, it could be video, it could be fucking, you know, just picture. I've done so much of it that I want to do something where I don't have to fucking do
something
that.
real, something unedited,
I
something
just
raw.
don't
something,
care to do that. I could do it all fucking day long. And, you know, I still edit
that's
photos
fair.
on my phone, but I don't. Like, you want a dildo coming out of your mouth in a picture? Like, that's
I can
cool.
fucking Photoshop it, but
You know what I mean? But it's
like
I just-
anything, right? Like you do something for so long, and it kind of like loses its panaz, you know, like
yeah,
or panage.
exactly.
You know, like you banging out pictures. Like fuck, I went through like a year where like every time I lit a cigar, I took a picture of the cigar.
right.
Now I fucking
That's
10th cigar.
that's what I think was huge for me, right? Is I slowly stopped doing it, and I would just post a shotgun video and be like, new episode, boom, that's it, right?
Yeah, but you
Check out
did
the new
have some
episode.
cool shit though, because I remember even then when we took the drone out one time to the falls.
Oh yeah.
Even then, you were like dropping the cigars down like in spots and like taking sick fucking photos. Like,
but I mean that shit's easy. Like I got like literally it's DJI, but it's a fucking glide cam. So the camera constantly stays level and it fucking you can lock it on whenever you want it, and it'll literally this thing will follow you around.
yeah, is that your GoPro thing that you got?
So it works with the GoPro or it works just with your cell phone. But it's like a full glide cam that they shoot movies
Oh,
with. Like you can
shit.
I can legit shoot a full fucking movie with this fucking thing.
That's
I've let
cool,
Driller
wow.
use it a few times and he's like, what the fuck? He's like, if his
Yeah.
arm drops down, the camera still stays on the person. And the whole like you can move and the whole thing is just you can be like this and the fucking thing goes like this.
That's cool as hell.
And it's a crazy machine, dude. But
Yeah.
you know, I still got that, but it's, you know, I'll use it when I'm ready. Like I think I would like to do like a cool fucking, I still like editing when I want to edit.
Yeah,
You just
Right.
go through cycles of things, right?
the thing looks legit. Is that the Buffalo?
Yeah, it's fucking 3D printed. Bearded buffalo. I broke one of the
Sounds
picks
cool.
off.
You did? Oh,
Been,
the end
been
one.
picking so hard, yeah.
That thing's pretty cool, man.
But yeah, it's fucking sick, man.
Wrapping the pack.
It's fucking dope, dude. So I either throw it in the hair when I get the afro or just pop it in there. That's it.
Just stays.
That's it.
That's
But
what
yeah,
I got.
yeah, no, I will do stuff again when I want to do it. That's
Yeah.
it. I still got some pretty good editing software on my phone that I paid for, so I will use it.
Yeah, just when
Yeah.
you're ready
And
for it.
it's when I want to do it, man. That's it. It's against
All right,
nothing. It's not.
Give me a
Not
question.
fucking-
What do you got?
All right, next question. All right, Driller.
What do you got?
If you were to have a TV show, what
Yeah.
would it be called? What would it be about? What are you calling it?
shit.
What's it going to be about?
That's an interesting question, actually. That's a tough
I was
one.
getting deep last night. I smoked 2 joints when I fucking asked these questions. I had like 12 drinks, and I was like, I'm literally walking in the house going to like I'm in for the night, and I'm like fucking typing on fucking Google Notes, right? I'm like, this is a fucking sick question. This is a good question. I
Yeah.
think.
All right. So give me a little time to like think of a name. But so if I was going
That's
to have
fair.
a TV show, it would be something that I like enjoy, right? Because if I'm going to like get in on camera and like do shows, then it's got to
Yeah,
be
that's
something
passion.
Yeah.
that you have passion behind, right? So
Yeah.
my show would be a cooking show. And then because like it'd be sweet, right? Just like fucking you're cooking food, you're banging out all these great dishes and shit.
Fuck
There's a
yeah,
big
man! I've been watching some Matty Matheson shit, and he like,
Yeah.
you know, woo! Like just doing your thing. Like, you know how exciting that would be to just do your fucking own thing and just be you,
Just be stoked on what you're
make
doing,
some
man.
cool shit.
Yeah.
Like that would be a cool idea.
So like what? Like lunchtime with Driller.
Yeah, that's legit.
Yo,
Okay.
Driller. This is what I got for you. This is
Dude,
what I got for
you.
you.
You could even do fucking meals on the road. How to fucking eat good while you're
Dude.
fucking out of town and shit.
I'm just saying this. You know, Vice TV is probably gonna fucking rip my idea like they've done probably 2 other ones. This is my idea, Driller. Half cocked, you know, a couple drinks in you, fucking smoked a joint, balls deep with Driller.
Balls deep.
You could. I know you're a great meatball guy. Balls deep. You just do different meatballs. Balls deep with Driller.
Yeah, because I wouldn't want any reality kind of shit. I wouldn't want to like follow my work shit. I definitely wouldn't want anything to do with like putting my relationship on film, where it's like me and Ray, and like that's just gonna cause some shit.
Yeah.
I don't think that we're good enough golfers to do a golf show.
Speak for yourself. I think
Oh,
I'm
no,
a great golfer.
Hey, I'm a great
I spoke for both of
first-time
us.
golfer.
I spoke for both
I
of us.
think I'm a great golfer.
Yeah. So I would go with food, man. Like I'm passionate about food, so I would have a fuck food show. Why not?
Yo, chopping it up with Driller.
Chopping
That's
it
it,
up.
man.
Yeah.
And
Because every
it's like, yo, I'm putting my fucking oregano in the grinder. I'm putting my personal oregano in the grinder. Like,
You're gonna grind this
that's
on the
it.
side.
Yeah.
You gotta marinate this in a fucking American vintage.
If it's
Do your
me
thing,
smoking
man. Do your
cigars, if I'm reading a book, if I'm playing PlayStation, if I'm at work, if I'm like hanging out with the wife, I don't want like my personal shit. So I think it would be important to like have some passion behind the TV show that I'm
That's
going to
cool,
be.
man. That's cool.
So it might as well be something that like actually like makes me happy and shit versus
That's
like, you know, having fucking 15 webcams in the fucking living room and it's just me and Ray watching Netflix. Like that's not who wants to watch that shit.
Yeah, that seems to be popular these days, but I mean, fuck that.
All right, same question to you. What's it called? What's it about?
What would it be called? That's the thing. I might be on with him on that. You'd want to make a name that would be catchy enough.
I broke the seal.
Yeah, me too, dude. I'm not gonna lie.
A little fucking back crack.
A little back crack on camera.
Man, lost some weight. Like shit hangs out now.
Shit hanging down. This pants are slipping off.
When I was like fucking
My pants are falling down.
Yeah, sometimes I do a piss count. I think that's 4 right now for him.
Fuck, he's on a few. I'm on like I think 2 or 3 now. Shit, man, I'm telling you.
It's been
Especially,
like
you know what? I didn't eat. I've been on. I was on afternoons, and then we were only on 2 shifts. So we had basically all the guys that were in the shop divided in between 2 shifts, working days and afternoons rotation, and whoever's on afternoons would close up shop. But what ended up happening was when you have only 2 shifts, days and afternoons, you need to get the shit out. You need to have the fucking work done. And the other, you know, between the 2 shifts, what was happening was shit was getting left behind. So they put us on 2. So I ended up getting on double afternoons rotation because once they split us up into 3,
that's why I called the Shafternoons.
I went double afternoons.
Shafternoons.
Fucking Shafternoons. So fucking I was up late. I've been up late all week for 2 weeks. So last night I was up late. So this morning when I was getting up, it was kind of one of those things where the alarm was going off and it was like, no, not yet.
Yeah.
So when I got up this morning,
I was here with you.
That's it. So when I got up this morning, I didn't even have a chance to eat. I took a quick shower, threw some shit on, and fucking left the house. So I started having these. These were my my bacon and eggs this morning.
Right.
And I was the same as him, man. I've been letting them rip like crazy. Like as soon as that seal broke, it was like
boom. That's it, man.
Niagara Falls
That's it.
coming free, man.
I was so I was drinking last night with a couple dudes, right over.
Yeah,
you know,
when I first talked to you this morning, you were like, "Oh, I'm feeling her. I'm fucking."
Yeah, I buried them, dude. And you know what? I mean, well, it's probably. I don't want to say it's a liquid death, but you're gonna have one before you leave, Driller. I got one for you. It's just fucking water, man. It's fucking. I think it's like a fucking rejuvenator.
Liquid death. It's cool.
Liquid death, yeah, man. Murder your thirst.
Fair enough. Oh, but wait. Before we get off topic,
Yeah, what's your show?
the show
It's
will
gonna happen.
definitely be. I hate to say it, but like, I do spend a lot of time fucking around on games. I play a lot of Xbox, but I try to do it somewhat on a competitive level, not too crazy, but like I play stuff that requires me having skill and I play a lot of ranked on Xbox on Rainbow Six,
Oh yeah.
things like that. And I do that because it keeps me out of trouble, it keeps me focused, it keeps me engaged,
Keeps you in the
something.
house.
Keeps me in the house. I'm not
Yeah.
spending money, and
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
staying engaged. And if I was to have a show, it would be honestly a stream. I would start streaming my day-to-day game stuff, and I would talk about because I get really technical into stuff. Like I like to know what things do. I like to know, what each setting, is. I don't like to be that guy that's unknowledgeable that doesn't know how things work. I like to know how things work. And
Why it works like
why
that.
it works like
Yeah,
that,
man.
and how
You're a fucking-
I would like to explain to if I had a show, it would want to be a stream making those how-to videos, how to get better at things, how to focus on this, how to dial in your sensitivities on stuff, how to boost your reaction to any stuff that was beneficial to gaining skill and
doing what you want to do.
Because when you do anything, you want to get some sort of a benefit out of it. You want to get some sort of satisfaction out of it. Like you were saying with cooking, to be able to show the satisfaction of I've created something, I've took the time to perfect an art and a craft, and I'm going to show somebody else on an average level who's trying to do the same thing. I'm going to show you how to get started. That is rewarding in my opinion. And I have friends now too, that they call me. They're like, all right, buddy, we just, we just started, say a new game drops or whatever the case. They call me. What do I set up? What do I do? Tell me what's the bee's knees, because I take the time to do it. So to be able to share that and the name, I don't know what it would be. That's a tough call because we live in a competitive age where there's a million different things on every front, a million cooking shows, a million game streams, a million podcasts. You got to be on your own. You got to be different. You got to be original. You got to be, have a little bit of flair. You got to have some Rebar-esque, you know what I mean? You got to have some, your own shit, some unadulterated, unfiltered, this is what it is kind of shit, and you got to be above and beyond the rest. So the name, like you said, man, I think that would take some time to create. That would take some reflection. But I think
you got to build that name.
You got to build. You have the
name.
rebar. You had something. You had a staple to go. You had a baseline to work off of. This is the rebar. This is my shit. Yeah. I created it, and now I can work off of that. So
I mean, people. Yeah, that I don't know.
You have to have a staple. You have to have something. You have a brandable fucking rebar show. Brandable. Yeah. Put it on cool shit. So like you said, you need to take some time.
It's my life. That's what it is.
You need to take some time for the name and shit.
But I feel like, I don't know.
But I think content wise, I would be 100% sure of where I would be going.
But what you do is that's your rebar.
That's the thing. Everybody, you have to have your rebar, man. You have to find your thing.
You got to get your rebar.
And honestly, another idea too. You could have shows on the road, man. If you wanted to do a cooking thing, you could be like, how to fucking eat good when you work 12 hours on the fucking road.
This is how you eat good when you're in a 3-star hotel.
How to keep energy when you're fucking eating out of a bar fridge in a hotel.
Dude, you could get your Foreman grill. This is what I cook on a Foreman grill at a 3-star hotel.
How to fucking make bread in a fucking microwave in a hotel.
While you're in the comfort inn.
Right? How to fucking kill it while you're on the road. How to live well. How to eat well. How to feel good.
Dude, it's driller on the road. Driller at home. Driller doing this, right?
You could fucking kill it with that kind of shit, man.
But yeah, you definitely have to have that passion, right? If you're going to do any kind of a show or even have an idea of it, it's got to be something that brings you joy, right?
That's it. Well, it's just like this rebar. It's just like this rebar show, man.
That's I've been told before, not to interrupt, but people are like, yo, you should have a reality TV show. Obviously, I'd love to. And I legit want to do the first non-scripted, actual every day-to-day shows.
We're living in a day and age where that's a possibility now, man.
Right? I think it could be a little bit at work.
Is that your answer? Is that your answer to the question that we're asking to you too?
Yeah, if it was reversed,
I want to say it's gonna be called
now?
So you're going reality TV?
I want to go, reality TV. It's just just JP.
It'd just be JP.
Just JP.
JP's life.
Just JP. Literally just JP.
Oh, just JP. That would
just
be
JP, right? Or
not a day in the life of JP.
It's that, or it's rebarring.
Yeah, rebarring.
And it's a little bit at work. The shit I go through, a lot of the funny shit at work, because I don't want to say I'm a funny guy, but I have a very I have a good sense of humor, and I like having a good time and I like being positive.
And you
it's
know
just,
what, dude? The shop life, man. If you could actually document some
dude,
of that,
it's a good time.
people get a kick out of that. Like, you know, hey, fuck you, Jerry. Fuck, like whatever it is. People get a kick out of that shit, man. People
Dude,
really
yeah.
do.
Like,
I actually
what's
get
up,
in
dude? What's up,
trouble.
Billy?
Yeah.
I
Like,
get
yo,
in
your
trouble.
ponytail's good. Like,
What do you got?
I get in trouble with the old lady because I'll
that thing's looking
work.
sick.
And like I'm too like amped up from hanging out with the boys all day. So you're with the boys all day long, 12, 14 hour, whatever. You come home and then you're still like dick and fart jokes and swearing too much.
But you know what?
I think
that's a huge following because look at TikTok. I'm not privy to it. I don't have it. But I do see the potential and why it's blowing up because I've seen a few people like share things to me, like videos and stuff.
Funny. Like that's fucking funny.
And it's dudes that just document. Like I've seen a few where it's just guys like out of Canada, for example, owning the stereotype, and they make it the funny part. And they're like, you know, they got their Timmies in their hand. You know, theoretically, this is Timmies. This is actually Twisted Tea, but theoretically, and they'll be holding their Timmies. You know, in Canada today, hey, fucking. And some of it's actually fucking hilarious, and they're playing off of like, you know, what's going to be popular now.
Yeah, and I mean, I think I can stem it from, you know, a little bit of, you know, a little work life, little personal life with my wife, because my wife, like, she's like, hey, like you fucking seemed like you were fucking high strung when you got home, and I'm like, yeah, it's been a long fucking week. Like, I just got to get to the garage. I haven't had a drink in a week.
Yeah,
gotta have a drink. I gotta fucking just sit down. Like, I'm like, it was a crazy fucking week at work, and that's, I think the show gives a bit of the work life where it's like, you know, the stressful shit,
yeah.
And then, you know, the personal shit with my wife where it's like, yeah, I'll be out in the rebar. And I come out here, and then that's why I think a part of me got the actual surveillance camera in here, does audio and everything, because I think a lot of the shit that just happens in here, that's crazy. Don't put your fucking finger in there.
I ain't gonna put my finger in there. I was just trying to test how it worked.
Right? Like,
that's pretty funny.
You know what I mean? Like, just the actual, like, how many times have you been in here off camera where you're like, holy fuck, like, why aren't we recording right now? Why aren't we recording? That's like, no, like, this, it's just it's just a layer of the fucking cake.
That's the green room curse.
Yeah, it's the fucking green room curse, man. Like, the green room, people are like, you're like, yo, we'll be on here. It's a green room time.
Yeah. Next thing you know, we talk about like 4 fucking things. We're like dying laughing, and then it's like, oh shit, we should hit record, and then it's never the same.
Yeah. You hit record.
Oh shit, what were we laughing about half an hour ago? Fuck, I forget or whatever.
Right? Or it's, you know, you find something funnier, and it's just like.
But that's part of the glory of the reality.
I want to say we could, that's the thing, right? We could literally do the show and have an hour before the show where we're just talking about like just fucking, you know, just shooting the shit.
Or even making fun of like me rolling up and taking fucking 7 takes to park at the curb because, you know, making sure
I didn't see that. I didn't see where you parked. I was looking out front when I was fucking cold.
Well, no, I rolled up. I actually rolled up, and then I pulled into the driveway, and then I realized, oh yeah, dumb. I'm like, there's a sidewalk and shit. Can't park here. So then I like reversed out, but then there was another car parked behind me that like where I reversed out, I wasn't far enough to correct properly to get tight to the curb. So I had to like pull forward again behind your Jeep. And then I had to like reverse tight against the curb to like be nice and tight off the road. And I was like, this dude's probably watching me out the window like, what the fuck? You're driving a truck, but you can't park a fucking Hyundai?
But that's it, right? It's everything. I think it's just the atmosphere of what to do with the rebar. Like, if you've been here before, you know what you're fucking in for.
Yeah.
Like, this guy had his fucking girlfriend, like, oh, you're going to be there for like fucking 6 hours.
Yeah, she was.
Mind you, it's probably 2 hours now.
Yeah, it's been a couple. She'd already asked me, like, want to give me a heads up on a timeline of when you're going to be around again, and
right? But I mean,
I was like,
Driller's chick does that. My own wife does that. Oh, you're going out there for an episode, so I'll see you in 6 hours.
Honestly, though, I got to shout out. I know she'll probably never see it or know, but I got to shout out, man. My old lady.
Hey, tell her to check out One and Only Rebar, Apple Music, Spotify. She got Spotify?
Yeah, I think she does actually. Yeah, fuck
Spotify,
yeah. Check it out.
Podbean. Tell her to check it out on that.
If she checks it out, babe. Just killing it, absolutely killing it. Got the booty, got the fucking the at home. Like honestly, she's out now shopping for our shit, and she's texting me saying, "I think I got everything. I'll let you know if I've forgotten. I'll be at home prepping and cleaning." Like honestly, this woman, like I'm telling you, man, she's gonna be moving in. That's gonna be that's a milestone for me. I've never lived with a woman.
That could be an episode though.
What, talking about like the first beginnings of living with a,
or it's just like, hey, this is Dylan moving in.
Yeah,
this is Dylan.
Yeah, that would be pretty sick. Yeah, that would be pretty sick.
Moving in with.
I might call you. Fucking hey, Stanley's moving, but I'm gonna need the Jeep to throw a couple boxes in the back.
I got no back seat. It's good for a couple. Yeah. But that's the thing, though.
Leave the back seat at the old man's place, guy. Are you gonna need a few boxes?
Right? But it's just
over.
It's making your life, but like making it positive. How can you make your life positive?
That's it. Honestly, I was.
You don't want to film your life just being a piece of shit or just being angry all the time. Like,
No.
I want to say, like, I don't know. Like, I think I make you happy. I think I make Driller happy. You know, like, you try to put a smile on everybody's face, but like, make it a positive smile, not just like, oh, we're in a fuck situation. Let me
to
smile.
all the viewers of the Rebar, you guys might. Here's the thing. I read something. I've been trying to read into psychology. On a side note, I've been trying to read a lot.
How to read people, like what to do to like
just
get this
just
read
psychology things and about like different facts and like how people react, and it gives you a better idea in socialization. Like if you know how somebody reacts, or you know little tricks. Like I watched this one video. This girl explains these
how to read people.
Tricks. Not even just that. How to make somebody uncomfortable. For example, if somebody's giving you shit, someone's giving you. There's psychology tricks. Like for example, say you work in, just for argument's sake, say you work in customer service.
Sounds so good.
And somebody's giving you the shit, and it has nothing to do with you, and you got to take the brunt of it. There's psychology tricks that I've been reading about where like you stare at their fucking mouth.
Yeah.
Okay.
How to give people bad
news.
So
this guy, say you're yelling at me. I'm the customer service guy at the desk. You're disgruntled guy, and you're yelling at me. I can make you feel uncomfortable, but I stare at your teeth. I stare at your mouth.
You're like, why is this guy staring at my fucking mouth? I got a little brown mark down there. Like,
uncomfortable about. I got pepper. I got fucking broccoli in my teeth.
What is it?
So I'm starting to learn about these different things, and I'm a little bit baked. I kind of forget where I was initially going.
It's how to read people and how to talk to people and how to
like psychology stuff, and I've been learning about different interactions with people and other things, and I've started to apply it to like my daily life, and I realized, like, for example, we were initially talking about the whole moving in thing. Yeah. And I realized things with, like, my old lady, like...
You're like, she's going to know this about me that I do that I think
weird. No, it's not even just that. I started to pick up on, like, when I was unsure. Like, I'm like, fuck, man, I got a place to myself now. And am I going to let a woman...
Have you ever lived with a woman, too?
That's the thing. So I'm, like, going to let a woman come into my zen zone, my space, like, my stuff that I'm setting up for me.
Yeah.
And I started to think about and reading through psychology, I started to learn like the things to pick up on.
Yeah.
So if you've got, for example, like my old lady, she'll do my dishes.
Yeah.
If I've left for work and I'm on afternoons, she shows up to my house to wait for me to show up at midnight because she doesn't got to work the next day before.
Yeah.
She shows up at 10 o'clock to throw some Netflix on and wait and, till I get home. She'll fucking do the dishes.
Yeah.
And those are things to me that are huge deals. Yeah. She's doing something that doesn't benefit her in any way other than the fact that she's done something for me.
But it's more time for you where you don't have to get home. And then he told me, and you're like, I got to do the dishes.
So
I'll do them for you.
So I'm pretty stoked. I'm pretty stoked on moving to that step of having an old lady at the house and sharing my shit because she's benefiting my life in a positive scenario.
It's your adaptability though to it, right? Like that's
bringing good to it,
and that's where I think honestly, like not to relate it to me, but that's why I have this. Like, would I love to have this in the house? Just fucking cigar boxes all over a wall in the spare bedroom. Fuck yeah, I would. I not a lot of people. I literally have a dressing room in my house where it's just all my shit.
I've even gotten clothes from this dude. Like this dude's got a plethora of shit.
Yeah, I got a shit ton. The things I like is the things I like, right? Like I've been like, yo, you got some younger brothers? He's like, yeah. I'm like, if it fits you, it's yours. And I'm like, worn it once.
They still have it. They still have some. Actually, you know what? My mom's boyfriend took one of your sweaters.
No, but it
was a little tight on me. And I was like, hey, you think you could fit this? He throws it on. He's like, it fits perfect.
Yeah, it's just, it's sick shit, man. Like, it's just, I collect what I collect and I like what I like. And it's just, my wife was like, you can't put this up on the wall in the house. It's our fucking house. Right. And I was like, well, you know what? Like, that's where this started, right? And it's like, well, let me put this on I can put this on the wall here. I can put this on the one. People see that and they're like, yo, you got to put this up on the wall in the rebar. And I'm like, yeah, fuck yeah. Like, no problem, man. I got cigar stuff. I got liquor stuff. I got fucking clothing stuff. I got watch stuff from watches. I got weed stuff. I even got rolling papers on the fucking wall. I got dollar bills hung up on the wall from people that were rolling joints here with dollar bill. They're like, yo, like, keep it here. Like, put it on the wall. I got pictures that friends have taken that they're like, yo, I want you to have this on the wall in the rebar.
Yeah.
And it's just, I think you've tried to do the same, Driller, with your garage, right? Like, just like, this is a reflection of me. This is how I would dress every day if I could fucking dress like it.
Well, at the end of the day, like if I was single and had a 1 or 2 bedroom apartment, I would decorate it the same way that I decorated this garage.
Right? Your garage is that.
Right? Like I would have all the shit on the rebar on my walls in my fucking apartment. But I have a fucking wife and we got a house, and she says
100%.
like, no, you're not putting that fucking old beer, like, oh, look at this fucking case of beer I just got. It's really cool. I'm gonna put it on the wall. It's like, no,
Right? Like,
You know?
that's the thing, man. There's certain people that appreciate that. But I mean, that's your garage. Like, you'll go out there and you'll run out there in your boxers and turn the heater on. Dude, I was out in my garage this morning. Literally, I fucking scored this thing on fucking Amazon. I know I'm gonna catch flack for buying shit on Amazon, but it was a full silk robe that went down to my knees, and it came with a pair of fucking boxer shorts. Right? It's like some crazy like fucking Gucci fucking design, but it's not Gucci. I paid $45 for it on Amazon. But I was like, fuck, you know what? I don't have something to put on when I get home. I got to put on a hoodie and a set of track pants, right? And then I sleep in it and I put it in the laundry the next day, and I was like, you know what? Something silk. I go, silk's sick, right? It makes your dick hard. It always makes your dick move. You put on silk boxers, your fucking dingling's just going like this the entire time. Again, silk, right? You get the NRBs. Those are no reason boners. What do you got a boner? I was going over a bumpy road and I just got silk boxers on.
I asked my buddy, actually, I got a guy that was in the military, and I asked him, I said, listen, guy, I got to know, not to cut in on whatever you were getting at, though. But I said, I got to know, man, how is it like, because every now and again I wake up and I'm fucking just wooded out.
Yeah.
I was like, what happens when the fucking horns are tooting, guy? When you're laying in bed, you're dreaming of some sweet shit, and you wake up fully wooded out, and those
You belt it.
I said, I said, how's that work out? And he said, bud, you fucking stand straight and you just fucking own it. He said, you own it. And
you got to belt that, man.
He said it happens more than you think. And I was like, I respect the fuck out of that.
Belt it, man.
He's like, bud, you just own it. You stand there in your fucking
You got a good
skivvies.
band.
No, he said you just leave it. The thing, you just leave the thing.
I'm telling you, you tuck it up there, man.
Respect it.
You tuck that shit up there. You got to tuck it. You always tuck it, right?
The old band tuck, like super bad. I almost fucking busted it up my belly button.
Right? You tuck that shit, man. I'm telling you. Right? Because you see everybody. You see like, whoa, little boner, big boner. That's bigger than I got. You know what I mean? That's when you judge. But yeah, that's going back. That's what I think my show would be about. It's just rebar.
Yeah.
Like just the fucking rebar. Literally, and I think honestly, I think it would call it the same thing, because when you're looking through the TV channels and you see something with a long name, you're like, well, what the fuck is this whole name? Right? It's got to be long, or it's got to be super short, or just JP.
Well, you know what? I think there's an art to getting right to the point when it comes to some of that shit.
Right? Because you're gonna read into something, or you're just gonna be like, why is this just fucking 2 words? Right? So that's what I honestly, that's just JP or the one and only rebar.
Sometimes you gotta let shit speak for itself too.
Right? Just JP, and they're like, well, what's this about? And they're like, a little bit of my day, a little bit when I get home, but I'm like, all right, fucking heading out to rebar. And then honestly, I would probably have probably 4 to 6 cameras in here, just reality show cameras. And like, this is just the green, all right, guys, like, yo, Drilla, you here? Yeah, I'm here. Like, all right, the guest is here, Dylan, let's just do some green room time. And we're just shooting the shit where I'm like, yeah, I fucking licked my wife's nipples today and she got harder than we had sex. You know what I mean? She's on the toilet fucking pissing it out of her, and I'm fucking there brushing my teeth and I'm swinging my hammer around. She's like, stop it, you're flinging things on me. Like, you know what I mean? That was actually before the show today.
I'm not gonna lie, I had a shower around every now and again, and my old lady looks at me and goes, just fucking stop.
Yeah.
I'm like I can't help it, I got it, I'm gonna fucking whip her around.
And I'm in my new robe and I'm like, tell me this isn't hot.
So you went and silk robed it?
Silk robed it.
Neat cut. Never look back?
Neat cut. And dude, I've worn it 3 times now. I gotta get one. I gotta get a robe or something, because honestly, my apartment is fucking cold as shit. And well, you're looking for something to put on. You get home, you put on the sweatpants, you're like, I'll wear them a couple times. But silk, you don't wash silk. You don't wash silk.
You don't wash it? How does it work? How do you clean it once a month kind of thing?
Yeah.
So it doesn't deteriorate the silk?
It doesn't absorb anything.
Wait, you're getting out of the shower and putting on it anyway, so it don't matter. You're fresh as a fucking baby's ass. Like,
you spill something in your sweatpants, it absorbs. It stains.
Yeah.
You don't spill nothing on fucking silk that's covered in print. You spill on it and you're just like, and it hits the fucking floor and you're like, fuck, now the floor's a mess.
Whoop. Yeah, true, yeah.
It's got nothing to absorb into.
Yeah, true.
So you put this on and you're just like, I'm fucking sexy.
Yeah.
You got arm tattoos. You got leg tattoos. Get a pair of the shorts. Little shorts.
Yeah,
they come up to there.
I only got the legs right now.
You get a robe that's fucking sleeveless.
Well, once we get the sleeve going,
that's what I'm saying. Get it fucking sleeveless. Right?
Yeah, that's true. That's really sick.
Mine, I got a pair of shorts I walk
I've
around
actually
in.
been itching. I've been itching. How you? What's the deal? I asked you about this forever ago. When are you gonna add some more ink to the collection?
I've been talking about it with guys at work. They're like, because guys at work like always see is like I'll always wear long sleeve shirts, and they're like,
They
You
just
see that-
catch. They
you
just
see the
catch a
tip of
little,
it, right?
a
You
little
see the tip of
glimpse
it.
of the end.
and then the guy I work with's got a really good buddy that tattoos that I've heard of in Niagara, right? And I'm like,
Do you know? Do you know his name?
fuck, I couldn't even tell you
On
right now.
spot. Fair enough. Fair enough.
But I'm like, oh, I got this, and I'm pulling out this. He's like, holy fuck. He's like, you got
a couple tats. Yeah.
I'm like, oh, like you haven't seen my chest, or you haven't seen my fucking arm over here, and they're like, holy
See,
fuck.
that's honestly part of the reason why I love having my leg tattooed is because people will see and they like, for example, you bump into a guy that's got his like up to his neck and they're, something
Yeah.
about tattoos comes up
Yeah.
and they're like, yeah. And I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty tattooed. And they're like, nah.
Yeah, like where?
And I'm
Where?
like,
You know what I
dude,
mean?
my leg's like sleeved out. And they're like, oh.
And that's always
And
the
then
thing,
I
right?
show it.
Is
and I'm
being
like,
able to.
dude, like I got up to my knee, like from my ankle to my knees, like
Yeah.
fucking blasted in. And they're
But
like,
it's-
whoa,
I think
shit.
it's the
like, you're
ability to
actually
be able to-
tattooed. And it's like, yeah, dude, I've had some hours.
The
behind
thing with
needle.
tattoos is you could be tattooed when you want to be tattooed. If you don't want people to know you have tattoos, they don't know you have tattoos.
I have a buddy Adam that's exactly like that.
Right,
The
and
dude is
it's,
honestly the dude is like bodied out. Like his like both of his legs are fucking like
Yeah.
he's got his chest, his stomach, his
Yeah.
back, his
I'm
ribs.
friends
like
with
his
Scotty P.
bodied out. Well, okay, but Scotty's bodied. Like he's like body.
Other than Scotty's
like-
neck,
he's
neck though, you
fucking,
can't
like,
tell he's got
he's-
tattoos. People are like, oh, you got a neck tattoo. He's like,
Well, but no,
my
but
dick's
he's got his
tattooed.
hands. He's
My
got
dick's
his hands
tattooed,
and
right?
everything too. Though.
but it's like my dick's
different.
tattooed. Like,
Whereas
and
like my
it's-
buddy Adam, he's like fully his arms are untouched, hands untouched.
Goche?
Everything. No, Adam Mayo, his name is.
oh,
But like
No,
he
I
has.
Goche.
He has his whole body and legs tattooed so that you cannot literally tell at all
Yeah, that you
until
got
he's at the
tattoos,
beach.
like-
And when you see him at the beach, all of a sudden you're like, whoa, dude, what the fuck? And he's like,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
look respectable in any other sense. But and now
You hit this guy in a bathing suit. He's like an OnlyFans guy.
Yeah, the dude's
Straight
fucking
OnlyFans. He's like, yeah,
blasted.
I fucking rub it out. You know what I mean? But like that's and Driller's the exact same way. You know what I mean? With Driller, boom, Driller puts on a long sleeve shirt. You can't fucking tell Driller. Driller's got a fucking sleeve and a bit,
Yeah.
full sleeve and a fucking
Have
bit.
you got new in the last while? Has it been a
No.
while? When was the last time?
It's been at least 6 years.
Oh fuck, man!
Dude,
Yeah,
I've been honestly, I've probably been.
I've been itching, man. I've been itching. It's only been a year or two for a year, I think, for me. A year since I got
Honestly-
more, and I've been
honestly,
itching, man.
Dude, I'm probably 7 years right now.
Fuck,
since I
I've been
got-
itching,
since I
dude.
got a
Honestly,
tattoo. But
I've
you know
been
what?
thinking about it, and
My next tattoo is a Rebound logo.
Just always seems to come
gotta
up.
get that.
Done.
Something just always seems to come up. Like
Somebody-
you're about to
Somebody in
fucking-
Wisconsin got my logo with my face on it.
No shit,
Yeah.
dude. That's intense. And what were you saying, Driller?
you just thought like every time I want to get something done, something comes up.
It's honestly, it's hard to justify sometimes because if you go for quality work, like I spent hundreds of dollars on my knee, and it's like only like my knee. So it's like when I look at it, even now, sometimes I'm almost like, Jesus Christ, you're a fucking idiot. You spent like how many hundreds of dollars on like a fucking little so your knee can be colored in. But at the same
Yeah.
time, I love it. It's just hard to justify sometimes when you got bills coming in the wazoo.
Yeah.
And you're like,
It's like-
well, do I
it's like-
blow $2,000 on a fucking tat right now? Or
Fuck
Yeah.
you, $100 a week. You get picked away at.
well, that's the thing. But it depends. You got to know somebody. But either way,
Oh,
like
yeah.
I've been itching, man. I got to get my sleeve done.
No, you know what? I have been wanting something.
Something,
I have been
even
wanting
just
something.
something, a little something under the needle. And like
No,
I said, I've got
100%.
the leg-
100%. I have been.
like,
100%.
I've
I
got
have.
a leg going, and there's a few spots that are empty. That
I
wanna-
feel honestly, I don't even want to add any. Oh fuck!
you
Fucking
definitely
sounds
got to
like
do
fucking-
something on the leg, the sack up.
Dude,
and-
I want to do right there, and I want to do it so when I wear shorts, people can see it.
yeah, fuck.
But
yeah.
I want to get something like super, like not like. I want to get it like actually like symbolic.
Fuck
You
yeah.
know what I mean? Like I got a fucking grenade on my fucking. I
Yeah.
got like trendy cool tattoos. I guess cool, but not cool. But like people are like, oh, that's sick. You know what I mean? I want to get something like when I sit in shorts in the summertime, boom, right there. And honestly, I don't think that would hurt above the kneecap.
It does a bit. I'm not gonna
All
lie.
right.
I have my knee
All
because
right.
my knee's done all the way up to like right here.
I
like,
literally, I
over
want to
the
do
knee.
literally from like
Yeah,
from-
how far is it?
from
How far
there?
is it?
Yeah.
It goes pretty far up the knee, and like it.
But like literally, I would
definitely-
do from there to there. Fuck, your legs are cold.
Yeah,
Fucking skinny jeans cutting off the fucking
yeah.
circulation.
Cut
That's why I started wearing.
I gotta get the
cargo boards.
tracksuits, guy.
Right?
But yeah, like it goes
Actually-
up
actually,
pretty
you know-
far,
you know
so
what?
It
You know
hurts. It hurts.
You'll appreciate a little bit of these.
Those are ridiculous,
Gold tooth fucking
dude.
socks,
I got the
fucking
fucking.
socks.
I got the shark bit on the
Right?
on the
That's
shin
it, man.
here,
I got
so
the-
I
I got the gold
respect the
tooth on it.
shark,
I got
man.
the gold
That's
tooth on it.
sick. But yeah, dude, honestly, it does hurt up there, but it's worth it. It's worth it. Like if you were to get a symbolic rebar fucking tattoo,
All you have to do is
it's
not
gonna be
sit
worth
down.
it.
You just stand up and none of your shit's touching.
No, you have to. Oh, what?
When after it's done.
Oh, after it's done, yeah. But no,
Just stand
when
up
you're
for a
sitting there,
fucking
you're
week.
gonna have to sit there like fucking.
Yeah. Fuck it. Trailer, would you get a rebar tattoo?
Yeah.
I'll get a rebar
100%,
tattoo for
100%.
fuck's sakes.
We either got to do my face, which I got my office. Literally, this isn't my office sign. I got to hang it up at work. It's about just fucking. It's positivity. It's attitude. It's everything.
Fuck yeah,
But so this is what a guy got with my logo on it. He got my face.
dude. I would do it.
Yeah, 100%, man.
I'll do it.
Fucking
Yo, if you're actually down, I can talk to a buddy of mine and see about fucking getting it done.
100%. Let me know when, man. I'm either that.
Well, it depends on what you want because
Either
you
that,
can go
or
somewhere
I wanna
else.
Get this. I want to get this right there.
It depends on what you want. Like if you wanted just that, we could go somewhere else and talk to them.
Yeah.
But I could because depending because if you wanted a trad style, it all depends. Because my buddy does a lot of trad shit, so like
Dude,
it
that-
would be.
So if I got it, fuck, it's all over everything, right? Part of it's on there.
Fuck yeah.
With my fucking- my body in a tracksuit, like-
I let my buddies practice. I got a Sailor Jerry's anchor on my leg that
I gotta
at the
brand
cottage
myself.
while we were
man.
chugging Sailor Jerry's at the cottage out in the bush, and I'm getting tats up in the bush. Like, doesn't matter. I'm down.
I gotta brand myself. I gotta fucking brand myself.
Yeah, dude.
And I mean,
You're
you
wrapping it
know
hard.
what? People, somebody else was like, "Yo, you want to see a picture?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." And he's like, "Middle of Wisconsin." The guy's like almost in Minnesota where he lives.
Yeah.
It's like, boom, hits me, and I'm like, "What the fuck?"
Oh, it's fucking
Like, what the fuck?
awesome,
I'm like, dude, no. I'm like, number one, like
That's
the guy that
awesome.
did that fucking did it well, and he's like, yeah,
Yeah.
it's a fucking sick tattoo, and I'm like, that's fucking gnarly. I'm like, this, like, and he posted on fucking
Shout
Insta-
out to that guy, whoever's getting rebar tats.
He posted on
Shout out to
Instagram.
that
Yo,
guy.
shout out to Sexy Monkey. That's his name,
That
Sexy
is
Monkey.
Monkey.
Sexy Monkey.
Not only that, that's a bee's knees name.
He's
right
he's a veteran and beast at
veteran.
beast at
Cheers
UPS,
to that,
man.
Honestly,
Beast at UPS.
I have my uncle actually, my uncle Dennis. He was part of a special unit actually. You know how
Yeah.
you got like the different special forces, like you got SEALs, you got Canadian special, you got different guys. Well, my uncle was actually part of a team called the Canuck Six Pack.
Yeah.
That was literally like SEAL trained, like heavy duty, like on the side of boats, holding the gun, like the whole 9 yards. Like my uncle's the type of dude. He's got like the Navy anchor fucking like tattooed on his hand. Like
Yeah, man.
he's the type of guy that looks like a happy, chipper, go lucky. He's got a beautiful family, like the whole like that kind of shit. But if you bumped into that dude in the parking lot and you try to take his wallet, he would snap your fucking neck. And your legs and your arms and your ribs and your back in
Yeah, man.
like literally a millisecond. Like you'd be like,
Trained
what just
to
happened?
do
This
work.
dude would be
That's
like,
it, man.
you're
That's
gone. Your life is over. You tried to fuck with me, and I could. So cheers to any of the veteran guys, man. Like honestly, fucking hats
man.
off to you guys, man. Honestly, cheers to that. 'Cause that is legit, and especially
Hey, boys.
close to me, my grandfather also.
I'll drink to that,
Okay.
driller.
Yeah, drink.
I gotta get going here soon.
All
Some
right,
shit.
you know what?
The
You know
man's
what?
got to make some sourdough bread and
All
some
right.
Valentine's Day dinner. And shit.
We're good. We're like an hour and a half ish right now.
Fuck, I thought I had something else written down.
Yeah, what's
All right,
the itinerary? What's the itinerary? Like I said, this is my first.
It's really just random shit I write down in here, like something I want to do
I've
that I
just
got to
dip-
remember.
dip
I
the
need-
tip
I need,
for the first time.
I want to do this, but all gold in a necklace.
Ooh,
I think I'd just be sick, right?
do a chain comb. That'd be sick.
I just write down ideas. You know what I mean? Like
That's
I wrote down
legit.
what I asked. Next question we asked. I guess I got to bring this up. You know, you guys could take it or leave it for what it is. It goes back to Yetis actually, as a
Back to the
Yeti guy
Yetis?
now. So me and my wife were playing Jenga. We're playing Jenga in the at our dining room table.
Quality?
I bought a Jenga set
Quality.
2 weeks ago off Amazon.
What,
Best
did you,
purchase I ever made because
Did
it's
you
something.
get like a just a wood one, or did you get something that's like
I think it was like from the last runs they ever made of the Jenga before they
no
sold.
shit?
We're playing Jenga and I'm drinking champagne. I'm drinking some rosé, some Bel Air.
Was it like titties out, Jenga? Like if you knock it over, like
I thought about it, but I didn't want to make it awkward.
fair enough.
She was just rounding off at the end of her period.
so you didn't want to push the boundary.
I already got in the fucking red belt
I feel
earlier
you.
that week. But
The
so
red
we're
belt,
playing
what, the
Jenga.
old shower bang, or
No,
you just towel the
Bed with the
towel
towel
her
down.
out, towel her
Bed
out.
with the towel
Fair
down.
enough.
We've been
That's
married for
manning up.
fucking 6 years
That's
now.
manning up right there, man. You gotta if your old lady's feeling it, you gotta hook her up now and again.
Buddy, I'm getting it off for somebody else's.
That's it.
You know
gotta
what I
fucking
mean?
Hook it up.
So we're playing Jenga. I'm drinking champagne. She's like, no, I don't want no champagne. I'm like, it's rosé. She's like, no, I don't want no rosé. And I always Rose. I've been loyal to Bel Air. Black Bottle Boys. Shout out to Rick Ross. Always drinking the Bel Air, right? I mean, I keep that shit in the fridge here. I got it all over the house.
Fondue.
And she goes, "Give me a drink out of the bottle. I'm gangster." And I go, "Babe, we are white drinking champagne, playing Jenga out of a Yeti." I'm literally eloquent. I'm like, if anything, we're fucking janksters. We're janksters. I'm like, she's like, "Yo, give me a drink out of the bottle. I'm gangster." She's sipping her fucking wine out of her fucking big thing. I'm like, dude, you're not drinking out of my. I'm literally drinking out of the Yeti coffee cup. I got a coffee cup one like this,
just wrapping it.
And I'm like, we're just fucking. I'm like, no, you're not having a drink. I'm like, I'll pour you a fucking drink. She's like, no, give me a drink out of the bottle. I'm a fucking gangster. And I'm like, yo, you're not a gangster. I'm like, we're sitting here fucking drinking champagne and fucking rosé. And I'm like, we're playing fucking Jenga. We're gangsters.
That's hilarious. Your old lady's honestly dope.
she's fucking something, man.
I like your old lady a lot, man. She's honestly.
Believe it, you like her that much.
I gotta say hi. I gotta say hi before we leave.
Oh, 100%. I said that. I was like, Dylan's probably gonna come in the house.
Oh,
fuck
yeah. I gotta say hi for sure.
Because she's like, Dylan. I'm like, Dylan. Yeah. I was like, fuck it. We used to drive every day to work. She's like, oh, Dylan.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. And I mean, you know what? We made it a point to get together like once a month, once every other month, and at least keep in contact. I gotta
apologize for that. Like, you messaged me the last time. You sent me a picture, I think, of all the quality raw stuff that I'm holding here.
Oh yeah,
you sent me a picture. I don't even know if I got back to you, man. I've just been kind of doing my thing, been busy, and like just kind of keeping to myself, and especially nowadays with like.
Well, I mean,
supposed to go anywhere, but
you know what? It's just been, dude. I get it, man. Life gets in the way.
Yeah, but you know what though? Honestly, it's something that I've been battling personally. For anybody out there having issues with being social,
you know what,
it's a hard road. I've had some serious antisocial shit. I went through a lot of phases throughout my years. I had my like social phases, my party phases. I got into like, hanging out with the wrong crowd for a bit. I got into like doing shit that was not beneficial. Like, I'm not getting deep into that, but let's just say I might have shaved a year or two off of my life with some choices that I made. And at the end of the day, I think that all of that kind of built up to this like weird antisocial situation where I was kind of like, I need to do for me because I don't want to be a dumbass and do stupid shit. And a lot of like the people that I knew, were in that, where I was trying to get away from. And it kind of like slowly turned it to where I started to become antisocial. I'm staying to myself. I'm trying to keep out of trouble. I'm trying to keep money in the bank.
But you know what? That's you building you.
That's it. But
nobody can shit on you for you building yourself.
Now
right?
I'm trying to get out. So, but that boils down to all the sorts of things. Like, for example, messaging people back, getting back, just being social with anybody. Like even my old man, my folks, my mom, my old man, like I was ignoring them.
So, you know why?
And I was just kind of doing my thing.
You didn't phase me, right? I know, me and you got this app on our phone where it tells you if you read the message docs. We got the same fucking, Google shit, right? I'm like, I'm looking at your shit and I know what shift you're on, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, guy's just waking up. He's waking up. I know he's waking up at this time. I fucking know it. I messaged him before and I'm like, maybe he's up. And I'm like, I'm just going to blow up his phone until he fucking writes back. He's like, dude, sorry. He's like, I've been trying to get shit together. I've been fucking wrangling this and that. I'm like, it's all good, dude. Messaged him fucking this morning. Not this morning. It was almost noon.
Yeah,
it was almost noon. Fucking, we both woke up. We indulged in the bed, not together, but
not together
with our spouses. And I messaged him, and I'm like, "Fuck!" He just read it. I'm like, "Fuck this guy!" I'm fucking calling him. I call him. He's like, "Hey, I'm on the can."
Yeah,
I'm like, and I was just like, "Yeah, that's cool." Like, I don't care.
Right now.
Like, dude, I've solved fucking work problems because they send us all the crazy Ben now, right? Yeah. When I'm there, and I'm like, yeah, it's fine. They're talking to me. I'm like, I'm on the can right now. I gotta be honest.
Yeah.
They're like, I'll let you go, and I'm like, no, it's cool. Like, you don't have to let me go. Like,
this is business time.
Like, dude, this is my office. This is my office.
Shoot the shit.
I shit at home. The only other place I shit is in the HR office.
Well, yeah, yeah. You want to go where it's nice and fancy and
that's it, right? But that's the thing, though. I mean, Driller.
Hey, I got a dip, bro. I gotta get those gnocchi going.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Driller is out.
Fucked
up. Yeah. Love you guys. Happy rebar.
Love you too.
Good to see you. And good luck with your gnocchis and everything else.
Yeah, we'll see you very soon. Sure.
Yo, we'll smoke together one day this week. I'm on days.
Yeah, man. We'll text. We'll talk to you soon. All right, peace out, boys. Bye.
Peace out, buddy.
We got to get wrapping up this episode. Driller just dipped.
We wrap her up.
It's just us.
It's just us. Man.
We gotta wrap this up. All right.
You got the itinerary.
I always ask people this: do you make New Year's resolutions?
Sort of. That's an interesting question because I don't like to set myself up for failure, and I also don't like to talk shit. I'm at the point in my life where I've talked enough shit about shit that I didn't do.
Yeah.
So I like to leave that part in the past where I
100%,
don't
right?
talk, I don't like to say things that, and set myself up. It's like those people that are like, I'm quitting smoking. And then,
That was mine this year. I'll get to it. You got to talk.
but so more or less this year, I didn't publicly or like state I'm making this specific resolution. But what I did personally to myself is say
it's
this year,
it's I don't want to do this.
right? But this year, like I said, it wasn't a public thing, but it was personally to myself. I made a goal. I set a goal rather than somewhat of I guess you could call it a resolution.
A goal can be achieved.
Yeah.
A fucking promise is going to be fucking broken.
So I set a goal that this next year coming, I make some of the changes that have negatively impacted my life.
Yeah.
And so far, so good. Honestly, man, so far, I said to myself that this year's going to be different.
Hey,
my bills have been paid.
I now know I'm not a
gas in
negative
my
change.
tank.
I'm not a negative guy now.
No,
I'm not a negative effect on your life, and I appreciate that.
No, not in any
Maybe
way.
you're not telling me.
You were a positive effect. I still, like I said, I chirped my old lady about shit, and I say
I've been there and heard it, and I'm looking at you, and I'm out there like smoking with you guys, and I'm like, who the fuck's he talking to? He's like, babe, and I was like, holy fuck! And then like a minute later, I see this guy. I'm like, who the fuck are you? Like looking at who the fuck are you? And I mean, I honestly, and still to this day, I look at you like you're my fucking younger brother.
It is like that because you're a few years ahead, and
you're a lot taller than me. But I always looked at you. I was like, dude, I think we got placed here together because
I
not to mentor you, but I'm like,
no, I definitely feel like I come under the wing a bit, and
you only see this, and I'm like, well, let me show you this, right? Like, it's like, man, we're doing this, and I'm like, well, we're getting fucking money, dude. I go, where else are you gonna go to make this sort of fucking money? It's not the money we're making.
How are you gonna have anything that you want?
It's not the money, right? I do it all now. I want to bust my ass now when we're young, right? So we can have this later when we don't want to work.
Yeah,
and we don't have to work.
You want any of that or no?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Sure,
I'll tell you, it's a fucking. We went full fucking stoner episode.
Yeah,
but
well, we didn't touch too much into it because I think at this point a lot of people have already jumped on the bandwagon.
100%. So that was another thing I wanted to ask you. You smoke a lot of weed. You've always smoked a lot of weed. Did you smoke now more that it's legal?
I do not smoke any differently due to legality. In fact, I was totally kind of against.
You probably get better weed now. That's it.
Well, that's a tough thing because I always searched out the good weed because as much as I, know that, for example, smoking weed isn't, putting anything in your body, it can potentially be harmful.
Everything's got harms though.
Everything
fucking energy
that.
drinks got harms. Gatorade's got harms.
But with that being said, if I'm going to partake, it's just like liquor. If you're going to drink liquor, you're going to want to drink good quality made liquor that's not going to be like some backyard moonshine that's going to end up having you blind at the end of the day. When it comes to weed, I like having weed that's not going to be moldy, that's causing me any anguish at the end of the day.
Stuff.
I want good quality shit and stuff that's not filled with growth hormones and other things. So now that with the legality of it, I don't think it's really been any different because I've only ever searched for a quality product that's going to do what I pay for or get my money's worth, and it's not going to be too negative against me. And that's part of the reason why I like with the bong and things like that. Like I'm not smoking as much paper.
Yeah,
but
dude, that's
behind it, the legality, I didn't really like it because now the government is profiting off of the things that other people.
That's why I started blasting that man on my fucking king sizes.
Raws are quality because raws, for example, a lot of people don't know this, but
what is it, Swedish?
People, I actually don't know.
I think they're from fucking.
But the
Europe.
reason why raws are good is because papers aren't supposed to be pure white.
No,
pure white.
That's all chemical.
That's due to bleaching and chemicalization.
That's all chemical, man.
Shit. It's not. So when you get things like this, and that's what boils down. So now that with the legality, that's a good question. Do I smoke more or less? Honestly, it's been pretty much the same, but where I get it from has also been pretty the same. Don't get me wrong, I do like the dispensary sometimes, but I had to weave my way through because some of that stuff, like I was plugging before, the Pure Sun Farms, they're actually good price. I can get a quarter of that stuff for $40-$50, which is regular, average priced. Sure. But yeah, I think that now it hasn't been much different. It's just been I've been cautious of where I get it because I don't like to support too much.
It's water.
Oh, that's the afterwards.
It's like
Mountain water.
almost $3 a kit.
No shit.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
It's good shit.
I like the logo. That would make a really cool tattoo.
But yeah, it's. I mean, what do you want? Regular or fucking peach?
Peach. Well,
Peach
you
is
like
fucking good.
you like the regulars more, I think, don't you?
No,
Or-
peach is fucking good.
Oh, okay. Well, then
Well, dude, do whatever you want, man. I've had fucking all these.
I've been
tons of
drinking the
times.
raspberries. If you like the peach,
I've had a ton of them tons of times. But so the question I asked you as to what I do now, I actually think I started smoking more. I don't know if it's because it was legal, but it's been more accessible to me.
It's also less taboo in a sense of that word, the old taboo, like, you know, frowned upon. Now that every Tom,
But is it
and
more
Jerry-
taboo because everybody came out with it, right? They're like, oh, my grandpa smokes weed. This guy's grandpa smokes weed. This guy's dad smokes weed.
I think it's just more socially accepted. I think that's socially
100%.
accepted. It's become a thing where if you can buy it, it's just like cigarettes and drinking. And
That's
any
it.
of
Well,
those
if I can
things.
get it here, why
If
can't I smoke it?
Buy it at the fucking store next to the M&M meats, then it's all good.
It sounds
the
so
crisp.
good. It sounds so good over the audio. Trust me.
Yeah.
But I think that was a big thing. You know, when I guess towards the end of my tenure, working in Burlington, guys were like, "Hey, here, I grew this, and then I was like, "Fuck it!" Like neighbors, like, "Hey, here, take this plant, grow it. Take this plant, grow it." And I'm like, "Well, I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm not doing anything wrong, and I'm doing something that's basically encouraged."
It's not about that, though. The way I see it, anything that anybody does, whether it be cigars, weed, booze, anything.
Yeah,
If you go to work,
you're doing it because you want to do it, dude.
it's not even just that, man. If you go to work and you work your hours and you take care of your family and you do your
Yeah,
thing and you
man.
do all this stuff, if you want to smoke a fucking joint at the end of the day, if you want to do
Yeah.
whatever, if you've taken care of your responsibility, I think that it's everybody's right to have a moment of enjoyment to themselves. And if it involves rolling and smoking a joint, if it involves sitting in the garage with a whiskey on the rocks
Indulge.
with a cigar,
indulge.
man.
That's it,
Enjoy.
man.
We only have a small amount of time that we're allowed to enjoy. We're obligated to be able to pay the bills, so we have to work those 40 hours or 50 hours or 60 hours.
Yeah, whatever
We-
you want to do to put it on the table, do that fucking shit. Put it on
You
the table
take
and
care of
fucking,
it, and if you put shit on the table, you deserve something for
You know what? I'm high as fuck right now. First off, number one, my head ain't on my shoulder yet, but it ain't in my body that far.
That'd be my bad because I told you I brought the fondue and this stuff's actually really some killer shit.
Yeah, I'm looking in your eyes and I could see my eyes at how much they're fucking dropped. So I remember the first time I ever came home, fucking
feeling glossy as
right, buddy. I literally feel like I got a fucking clear coat over my eyes right now.
got the fucking clear coat.
It's a good feeling though, great feeling. Also nothing in my body fucking hurts right now, so it's a good fucking feeling. But I remember the first time I came home, absolutely fucking zooted.
Just too
Zooted. I came home, right?
zooted.
And my parents, you know, they live in a fucking well-off neighborhood, you know, good for them, love it, fucking great visiting, great house and all this shit. I'm walking to the
Any more
backyard.
before I put her out, or you
Yeah, I'll
good?
do one more.
One more.
I'll do fucking
in
one
for
more.
a penny, in for a pound, ladies and gentlemen.
You want me to put it out?
Sure, yeah, roach it
All
up.
right.
I'm good.
So,
oh, whoa, you launched it.
oh fuck, I did,
Whoa,
dude.
Larry
that was on the
Launcher,
track,
fucking
dude.
Larry Launcherman
Fucking
almost
that's
fucking
it,
burned a
right?
hole in the lavender suit.
Fucking Kenny Catapult. I fucking this shit did literally it stuck to my fucking finger. But I remember the first time I came home,
Sticky fingers.
absolutely fucking zooted. I think I was like 19.
Oh,
Came home.
fuck. Doing the old, I forgot my Visine. I'm going to get busted.
No, I lived in the basement of my parents' house, right? I had a fucking sick setup down there. I come home, right? And I always go through the back gate and through the garage and the back door into the house, right downstairs. And I fucking walk into I'm in the backyard, right? And I'm like, fuck, I gotta take a piss. We always piss in the backyard on this one plant, right? My dad does it too when he's barbecuing. I'm like, all right,
Piss
take a
plant.
piss. And I hear the dogs barking. They're barking in the house behind me. And I'm yelling at the dogs in front of me. And I'm like, get over here. Get over here. Stop barking. Come over here. My dad's in the kitchen window. It's like fucking, 9 o'clock at night. I'm fucking zooted. Like toast. And I'm like, come over here. Come over here. My dad's like, in the kitchen window. He's like, what the fuck are you doing? And I'm fucking yelling at the dogs. They're fucking out in the yard barking. He's like, they're right beside me. And I'm like, no, Daphne's out here. Right? And I'm like, I'm right. You're wrong. I'm like, this fucking dog's out here. He's like, no, they're in the fucking house. And I'm like, I swear I can hear them barking over there. I fucking come in the house. My dad's in the kitchen, like, what the fuck? I'm like, oh, I'm going to bed. He's like, okay. I fucking went to bed after that. Years later, right? When they made the weed legal in Canada, it's been like what 3-4 years now.
It's been a bit. I can't even, to be honest, put a finger note on, like put.
But it's been a good amount of time, right? And my dad's like, hey, you can't bring weed with you when you cross the border. As I'm sending this guy to go pick up my passport, right? My dad's he's part of the Rebar team, 100%. He's part of the Rebar. He's the coffee and cigarettes team of the fucking Rebar, right? And he's like, you can't bring weed over the border with you. I'm like, yeah, I know. He's like, no, seriously, you can't. And I'm like, yeah, I know. And he's like, for real though, like,
just so you know,
you can't do that. He's like, they will ask you at the border, did you just smoke weed today? And he's like, you gotta say no. And he's like, you can't say yes.
Dude's
I'm like,
just like lending you all the tips.
Yeah. I'm like, I get it. And he's like, no, seriously. Like, seriously. Like, I'm good with it. Like, I'm cool with it. Like, 100%, that's fine. Not an issue. And he's like, all right. And still to this day, he's like, no, not now because we can't cross the border. But when I was still crossing the border, he's like, you're not bringing weed over with you. And I'm like, Dad, I don't even smoke weed. And then I'm like, Dad, I don't smoke weed. And he's like, no, but it's fine if you do, but you just can't bring it over the border with you. And I'm like, I've already read between the lines and I get it, but like, I literally don't bring that. Like, I'll smoke it there. My guys bring it over there.
I won't even.
No, I won't smoke before I cross the border.
No, not that. I won't once I cross. Back in the day when Tessa and I took a trip, we drove to Florida.
Yeah.
Even when we met we rented Sea-Doo to go out and like on the edge of Florida and into like the Gulf, like the edge of Mexico and stuff. Like it was a beautiful ride on the Sea-Doos.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you told me about this.
The thing was like fully a story. Like, yo, bro, you guys, does it smell like weed? You guys too? Like this thing was fully surfer guide out. Like, oh yeah, I backflip these Sea-Doos, bro. Like I race them. Like he was like fully into it. And holy moly, heads up!
Tripped over a fucking Stanley footlong.
The Stanley footlong. So even then, I wasn't. I'm not keen. I'm not one of those guys that's ballsy enough to go into the States and start trying to dabble with that. It's just too nerve wracking for me. I like to be able to come home back to Canada where it's fair game, because it's not part of the vacation to get myself in any shit. To anybody who's ever been over, I don't know if that's a good subject, because I know a lot of people that do a lot of traveling, and they're totally cool with engaging in all that across. Like you go across the, you get to Punta Cana, wherever the hell it is that you go, and a lot of people, the first thing they think is, I want to get a little bit of something, and I can't do it. I'm not one of those guys. I'd rather spend my trip on the beach and not getting in shit than asking the wrong guy for a bag of weed and getting myself locked up next to a goat and somewhere in Cuba. Not gonna do it. It's not worth it for me.
Last time I was in fucking Las Vegas, right? Weed is weed in Canada. I was in Las Vegas, and when I was there, fuck yeah, I smoked weed all the time. Right? I think I was just 21.
What, in Vegas?
Yeah, Las
Vegas,
right?
But that's a different thing. You're in Vegas. What happens in Vegas? Dude, I feel like that's a whole other ballpark.
I'm 21. This is 14 years ago. Almost. I'm 36 next month. And the next month, I'm 36.
Getting old.
So this is, right? Dude, I feel it. And I know it. And that's why, dude, I invested in some fucking teeth whitening shit and good toothbrush, fucking skincare shit. I've been using
that shit too. I figured, fuck, I smoke and everything else now. I got some nice, right? I moisturize now to try and finally realized, and I use like some nice stuff for my toothpaste too now.
Dude, you got it, man. Invest in yourself. That's what it is, right? Whether it's good or bad, this is what your body gets you because you choose to get it.
Honestly, I'm going to have to, pretty soon, I'm going to be on the quitting smoking, because like cigars and stuff, is one thing, but smoking a pack of fucking butts a day is
it's crazy now. I was talking to guys last night. They're like, what'd you smoke? And I was like, fucking Belmonts. Like, what are Belmonts? What does that cost now? What is that?
Dude, players are $20 a pack. I spent $20
so a pack. Belmonts are probably $20 to $22, depending on where you buy them. And that's what I said last night. They might
be cheaper than players, to be honest.
And they're like, well, where are they? And I was like, dude, I haven't bought a pack. And 100% I mooched a lot of smokes off people. I mooched a lot of smokes off Dylan, right? But we traded. I was like, oh, no, it's like, dude, you give me smoke. Like, it's fine.
Well, you were paying for oil changes. I was paying for smokes. So fair trade.
Right? And I was just like, this is, I was like, I can't do this. Dude, that's Guys at work were like, "Oh, you don't smoke
I
cigarettes?"
feel bad for that. I felt like I enabled you for a long time. Like you already have your cigar thing. You've got the cigar channel. You got your cigars on the side, and then I'm over here just blasting smokes in your face.
But you know what it was? You provided me enough to get where I needed to be able, in a position now where I'm like, I don't need it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I call it a political cigarette. Guys It's guys at work and they're like, we'll come out and have a cigarette. I'm like, I'll come out and I'll stand there and I'll talk to them. You know, we're shooting the ship. It's all fucking, hats off. And we're just fucking shooting the ship as fucking gentlemen, right? They're like, you want a cigarette? I'm like, yeah, give me a cigarette, right? To them, that's a big fucking deal, right? The fact that I'm having a cigarette with them. And I go, I don't give a fuck, guys. Like, I'm smoking it. And actually now, it was probably a month ago, I had a cigarette. And I'm like, fuck, this tastes like shit, dude.
Yeah.
I'm like, this actually doesn't taste good. To my mind, it tastes good. But to my mouth, it doesn't taste good. Right? My mind's like, oh, fuck yeah, we got it in us now. We got it in us now. Like, I've been vaping, right? Which, it's like cigarettes.
How's
It's
that
good for you.
going?
It's good for you or it's bad for you, right? This is what's gotten me off of fucking everything. I don't even smoke those little Colts anymore.
No?
No, it's just this, man. And that's where I think, honestly, that's where I think weed stepped in for me. Because it's that inhale, right? And then it stimulates my mind to the point where it's like, well, I don't need to smoke a cigarette now. You just inhaled. You don't need to smoke a cigarette.
Yeah.
Right? So I'll go for, I got that lemon haze. It's a lighter weed. You can inhale that shit all day long and you're just like, oh yeah, I got to do something now. I got to clean. I got to wipe the floor. You can tell where I've wiped the floor and where I haven't wiped the floor in here because I just spilled something over there. I got to clean it up. You know what I mean? You get a stimulating buzz, right? And then it's like if I'm drinking this, I'm going to smoke this cigar. And it's like the same with you. Well, this is my mood. I want to smoke this weed.
Yep.
Right.
Well, every now and again, yeah.
Do I want to sit in my chair or do I want to be sitting a foot above my chair?
Yeah, that's the thing.
Right. And that's
depends
like
on what you're doing too, because sometimes I want to smoke to go to bed. And sometimes I want to smoke to be like, hey, you know what? I want to focus in on, I got to clean. I got to do some dishes. I got to do some laundry. I got to do some shit.
Motivate me, weed.
So every now and again, I'll pick up a sativa or even a hybrid. I like the hybrids too, because the hybrid, you actually get like a little bit of the indica buzz where you're actually getting a nice buzz from it.
I'm a huge sativa guy.
But it's because you got stuff to do. You want to do a podcast. You want to do some shit. You want to do some stuff. You want to be awake.
I think it's always, and that's I think where I started losing weight was like, I gotta go until I'm in bed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. But I'm like, it's like go.
See, I go all day as it is. So when I come home, that's why I like
fucking knock me out.
I like to knock me out.
Like fucking put me out.
I put in my energy. I did what I had to do for the day. Now it's time to knock me down, put me to bed, relax, and feel nice before I hit the hay and fucking recuperate for the next day.
100%, man. And that's, I think, as I smoke now, I now understand that, right?
Yeah. Well, it's all one of those things. And you know what I think? I think that more people, with all the options now, the one thing that I can say about the legality of it is that I think that it's opened up the door for some of the options that people never would have necessarily had access to.
Yeah, they just
to
be able to
experience.
Yeah,
like for example, an edible or a pen, one of the pens, or whatever, or like some of these CBD strains, because with the dispensaries they offer now some of the stuff that you necessarily couldn't get on the black market.
100%,
like the CBD strains.
It's the refined portion of it.
THC, where you're not necessarily getting a really high stone from it, but you're getting a beneficial.
It's to the body. It goes straight to the body, not to the fucking mind.
Right? Yeah. So I feel like that's the one benefit to this is now there's so many people able to access all of the different doors.
It goes just from people that want to get high to now for everybody. Right? You got this guy's got body pain, smoke this.
The medicinal
this guy's got this guy gets headaches at fucking 4:00 in the afternoon. Smoke this. This guy's get this.
It's a shame that a lot of people haven't had access to this in the past, and that is the one thing that I do say is great now because. Everybody's had their booze and their cigars and their cigarettes and different things, but now to be able to go out and get a hand cream that makes your hands feel good naturally and takes away the pain of your arthritic.
The government was always like this: take a Tylenol, take a Tylenol, take a Tylenol,
Tylenol kills
take an Advil, take an Advil.
It fucks your
it's an
liver
addiction.
Up, especially if
it's
you
an
want
addiction.
To have, if you want to have, not even just that, man. If you want to eliminate, you want to be able to relax, have a whiskey after work. Well, if you're having a whiskey after work, but you're also crushing 16 of leaves during a day to get through your knee pain and your hand arthritis, you're doing yourself no favors in any way, shape, or form. But if you want to have yourself a whiskey after work, have yourself a little bit of CBD cream,
Rub it on.
Or a
Rub
little
that shit
joint.
on, man. Rub that
You
shit
rub
on,
that
man.
shit in. You rub your knee in. You rub your hands in. Now your hands and knee feel good. You didn't take it, 2, 3, 4 Tylenols that are going to crush your
man.
liver. Now you're going to be able to have your whiskey and a cigar
Yeah, man.
scot free.
The cannabinoids, the THC, that shit just benefits your body. So
Quality, man.
this is a fucking crazy story. It's gonna be a long episode, but I don't give a fuck. It is what it is.
We can wrap.
No,
Whenever you
we
want
don't have to wrap it up. We don't have to wrap it up.
Whenever you're ready.
Because I mean, I think
this is my
I'll split it into a 2-part episode if I have to.
Two-part it.
So I had that weed brownie the one night with Wiseman and fucking Driller.
Homemade by Wiseman.
Homemade by Wiseman. And he's like, it's this, my fucking. I'm like, you're not a fucking scientist, bro. And I'm
There's
explaining to you, I'm
actually
not
some
going.
science to that. There's some science. My old lady's mom read a book about.
I think Driller's
A lot of
perfected it.
people
I haven't had one yet, but Driller's like, I'll take 2 a day, one at this time, one at this time. And he's like, I feel good. I said, I don't drink.
I'll
during the week.
I'll give you a tip on how to make them.
I don't
and to
think I
everybody
can
else-
make them.
No, here's the thing. A lot of people over the years have said like butter is the thing. Everybody makes his weed butter, right? My old lady's mom read this book about making and baking and stuff with cannabis.
Yeah.
She doesn't make a butter anymore as much as she does. She does this thing about I don't want to give too much information that's not right. But she was talking about how she just actually cooks it. Like the actual weed, she'll
Really?
grind the weed and put the weed in a pan, and she heats it up in the pan.
So
which
that was
activates it,
Wiseman
and then
shit that
she
I
puts
had.
the stuff into the stuff like that, and
Yeah.
apparently that makes it more potent than doing some other ways. And I was like, "What? That seems crazy." But
dude,
anyway, so
Driller did like 2 pounds.
so he made butter and
He did butter, but he didn't ice cube trays. Well, you
So
got
it's,
this much butter there, this
segregated.
much butter there, and he measured it out, and he's like, "Well, this is what this guy says," and he actually tested everything, and he goes, "This is
See how many milligram or how many butter cubes per batch kind of deal."
this is this puck of butter, this is this puck, and literally, I think he's got probably like 30 pucks left of butter in ice cube trays, right?
By
That
the way,
he'll
weed and cigars goes hand in hand, man. You get a nice buzz
Oh,
off.
dude,
of,
it's-
you
honestly,
eat a brownie and then
that's-
smoke a cigar. I'm not as
I'll love to smoke a joint and then have a cigar. I feel like I indulge in it the most. But there's times where I gotta smoke some good weed to make me want to smoke a cigar after. Because I want to smoke now. I just want to
Yeah.
smoke, right? I just burned up a whole fucking cigar. Right? The past couple of times, I've been smoking 2 joints before, right? We're talking, we're shooting the shit. Then I end up like, I don't want to smoke a cigar now. I just don't want to smoke a cigar. And I get to that point, and I mean, I don't care that I'm not smoking a cigar. Like I'll come out here, and a lot of the times I came out here now, like you see my fucking my joint humidor.
yeah.
I think I had like 40 something joints in there, and I've just been like, I don't gotta roll. And me and a couple of my buddies are big weed smokers. One in Pennsylvania got beard hair.
Beard hair. You're right there.
Oh,
Getting attacked by
dude,
the
I got
beard
it.
hairs.
I
You
got it. Look
You
at that
fucking-
thing. Look at that thing. I
yeah,
got
you
it.
marked it.
But they're like, yeah, I don't feel like smoking after, and I'm like, why are we smoking cigars then? So like we hung out last night from 7 o'clock till 1 a.m.
Nice late one. Yeah, you were saying
And,
you were feeling it this
just-
morning.
burned joints and fucking drank. Right? And I'm like, I don't want to smoke a cigar right now.
Hey man, it's
I
honestly
don't
whatever
care.
you're feeling. That's a big thing. Like, honestly,
But like, if I burn a joint without drinking, I'm like, I want to have a drink and I want to have a cigar. Like that's what I honestly, I truly feel like I'm a big Scotch guy, big fucking Scotch guy. Like I think
you've
I got
always been honestly ever since I met you. You've always been
Yeah.
advocating on like a good quality aged Scotch, like and what
Yeah.
the benefits of like you sit down after a long day and you have this nice, beautifully aged.
that was my weed. That was my weed though, right? And
that's
I
the
would
thing,
have
man.
it. And now that I'm sitting here, like if you want to have a nice glass of Scotch, let me know, man. We'll fucking pour one. Well, like literally, it'll be an ounce each, and we'll fucking sip that and just be like, God damn.
The quality,
Like
man.
that's when you.
This thing is.
That's when that takes you from
well-aged.
talking like this, just going, wow. When you start talking under your voice, you're like, God damn.
Yeah, that.
You know what I mean? I'll give you something that's probably like 10 years old and tastes like fucking bananas. If you want to do that, we'll do that. But we'll wrap up this episode and then we'll do that. But I don't know, man. I feel like you're an advocate to it. Driller was an advocate to it on me doing it. And I was just like, I was always a high strung guy, fucking high strung guy, right? And guys were like, you're always high strung, but you're never pissed off. You're never pissed off, right? I was always the guy that talked to pissed off guys and was like, dude, what the fuck you pissed off for? Like, why
Yeah.
the fuck you pissed off? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And guys where we worked were like, you do all this overtime, you do this, you do that. And I go, yeah. Like, so what? And they're like, well, you're a company guy. You're a company guy. I go, no, I'm not a company guy. I'm I'm a guy that come over to my house. Let's fucking have this for dinner. Let's fucking drink this. Let's do this. Let's
I'm
do
a
this.
me guy, man.
And
the
that-
company's
that's-
the one paying me the money, so I'm gonna
That's
be a
it.
me guy.
If I can do
gonna
this,
a me
I'm gonna
thing.
do it.
Yeah.
Right. If I could take a month off and you pay me, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
But if I'm gonna work this hours and you're gonna fucking then, benefit me on it, well, I'm gonna do it. Right.
Yeah, cheers to that.
What you always gotta take care of number one.
It's a shame that it boils down to that. It is a shame that, like, oh yeah, you're working hard. Oh, you're a company man. No, I'm a fucking money man.
I have the best interest. I have the best interest in the
I want
company
to pay my fucking
because they give me
mortgage.
this and they take care of me this way.
Not only
right?
that, if you're looking for a favor, man, being a guy who milks it and fucks around and doesn't give a shit about a thing, that guy ain't gonna get no favors. Whereas a guy who actually gives a flying fuck
Yep.
about something, that guy's gonna be the ones who gets a favor. That's gonna be the guy who's looked upon
I'll-
as the respectable guy
Yeah,
who's gonna
hell
get
yeah.
it done. And when he needs a break, give him a fucking break because he earned it. You know what I mean?
I'll
So
tell
at
you
the
this
end of the
much,
day,
man. Nobody ever said no to me. Nobody ever said fucking no to me.
You can't argue with that.
I've
And had
gotten
arguments with that.
you to not say no to me.
I've had
Let's just come in tomorrow. We're going to go to work. Oh well, you want to sleep in? I want to fucking sleep in. You got $200 to fucking throw out right now on fucking whatever. Well, what's
Hey,
going right
now
now?
I'm the guy doubling back on fucking afternoons overtimes because
Dude,
I'm like, you know what,
yeah.
man?
I'm fucking proud of you, man. I heard your conversations at work with people. I'm fucking proud of you.
Yeah, hey man, cheers to that.
I ain't
Cheers
gonna lie,
to that.
man. Yeah, I fucking
You
love
guys,
you, brother.
anybody viewing this channel, it's a good man right here. He's advocating for
No.
nothing but good shit.
I'm not a good man. Just invest in yourself.
Take
care of yourself. That's it, man. Invest in yourself, right?
That's good advice to give people. If you have anybody, that's a big thing for me. If you have a platform, even if
Yeah.
it's 10 people, even if there was 10 fucking people that watch your shit, 20 people, 20,000 people, it doesn't matter. If you have a chance,
You're still bettering these people.
if you have a chance to advocate for self-bettering, for anything personal that gives you joy,
Yeah.
anything
Oh, yeah.
that brings positivity to your life, whether it be
If it's
a
positive
cigar,
for you, it's
whether
positive
it be
to other
talking
people.
to other people,
regardless.
whether it be social, anything. Advocating for
Oh,
that
yeah.
is something to be commemorated for. Hats off to that, because
Dude,
at the
if
end
you
of the
like
day,
it, it's
pushing positive lifestyle is always good. Pushing
you're
positive
you're
lifestyle
doing
is
what you
always
do
good.
because you want to do it.
Especially in a world full of fucking haters, man. We're a
That-
full world full of
but
fucking
you know
people
what,
hating
though?
on shit.
A lot of the people that hate you fucking love it, right? There's probably we got a really good following and viewing with the show.
Probably all quality people. Cheers to you guys.
A lot of them, yeah, but there's probably a lot of pieces of shits out there that watch it just to see. Well, let's see if he slips up. Let's see if he talks shit about this person.
Where can I fucking hurt? Where can I hit on something that
Right?
he said?
And I
But
mean,
you know what? But that's in anything. There's always somebody hating.
Dude.
But you know what it boils down to? That person doesn't have the ball sack to do what they want in life. So they see other people taking hold of the reins and taking care of their lives, and they feel envious and jealous. And I think it's a big thing to touch on. And I think that a lot of people should realize that hate that you take from a lot of anybody.
so
is
I don't look
somebody
at it
that
as
doesn't have
hate.
the nutsack. But I just look at it like somebody doesn't have the nuts to do
It's
what
not.
they're doing.
It's not hate. These people do it in the act of not knowing. And
Hey.
when you show me the act of not knowing, now you're not intelligent. Now you
Well,
don't
it's
know.
just an
Now
ignorance. And
you're
people
now
use the
and
word
that-
ignorant.
that's
in a
it.
terrible,
No, that's
use
a very
ignorance
good word.
wrong.
That's
People
a very
use the
good
word
word.
ignorant wrong, like you're being ignorant. Ignorant doesn't
That's a
mean
very
rude.
good
Let's
word
be
for it.
on the school.
It's the act of not knowing.
A
And you're-
baby
you're-
is fucking
you're choosing
ignorant
to
to
not
the
know.
ways of life
Yep.
because he's unknowledgeable. He doesn't understand. The term ignorance is bliss. This is why I hate when people, you're being ignorant because someone's being rude. Everyone always attributes it to be like rudeness. It's like, no, it's not fucking rudeness. It's lack of a knowledge on a certain thing.
It's the choice to not know.
It is.
And so when
Ignorance
somebody's
is-
when
that's
you
why
look at
ignorance
somebody
is
and you're
bliss.
like, you're ignorant, and they're like, no, I'm not ignorant. It's like,
Mm.
yes, you are ignorant because now you're choosing to be such
You
an
don't know
idiot
what you're
that
saying. You
you're-
don't know what you're saying. You're talking about something. You're being ignorant to the subject at hand.
you're choosing to be the retard in the fact that you don't want to put any effort in towards learning this. And you probably seen it, you probably heard it when we worked together. People are like, oh, fucking that guy's fucking this, that guy's that. They would say it to me, and I'm looking at these guys. I'm like, that's cool, dude. That's cool. Like, hey, oh, you want to borrow money from me? That's cool. That's cool. Oh, you want to come to me? You'll have a second. That's cool.
Who's ignorant? Who's
And,
ignorant?
and I'm looking at it now. Like, oh, well, I'm this. Talk that shit. I hear you talk this shit. I see that talk that shit. People come to me telling you talk shit. It's your reaction is what's the fucking big thing.
That's the thing. I was talking to people about that today. I've been doing a lot of reading, like we were saying before, about the psychology.
Your
of
reaction is
stuff.
worse than what people come to you at.
I read a thing about being aware.
Yep.
And the thing that I was reading had to do with being aware of what's going on, taking it all in, seeing,
It's the surrounding reaction.
but be selective.
Yep.
Be very careful about what you react to. And I've been trying to go like this year, especially like we were talking earlier about resolutions. And I'm not
100%.
necessarily saying that I made all these resolutions, but I did make a focal point in my mind to like take some of the things that I've read from successful
Just
people.
to better yourself.
And I've been reading about different successful, like I follow different guys, like those. A perfect example was I watched a video of a mega millionaire guy, and he talks about guys who have done social media and have been hated on. And he talks about those guys are so hated on for like renting that Lamborghini and whatever. But at the end of the day, it took money to get that Lamborghini in the first place.
You still rented it.
It took money to do that. And at the end of the day, what they focused on was the fact that they might have people against them, but they had enough people with them that it surpassed that. And at the end of the day,
they had enough money to do that.
Either way, it boiled
somebody
down,
that can't do it can't hate on you. They can hate on you for it, but
the personal shit, the personal growth, and doing for you. And at the end of the day,
and that's it, man.
For
it's
you
just
is a big deal.
It's dude, you got to look out for number one, right? Oh, yo, you're guys calling you a piece of shit at work, dude. I'm fucking taking care of myself. I'm taking care of myself, and I'm taking care of the people that want to fucking be by me. You're bent out of shape because of this. You're not worth being bent out of shape about.
See, that's why things like these things, like honestly, what you've done with having a podcast, with having followers, with having people that are behind what you're doing, it's
everyday shit.
It's just It's connecting the groups of people that have a good mindset, and it's surrounding yourself with that kind of good people and positivity. And there's nothing that you can say bad about that.
We got to reenact something, right? I'm not reenacting it like it was you on me, but like you're a fucking company man. What are you responding that with?
The company pays my fucking wages.
That's
the company pays my bills. The company gives me the money for overtime, and it puts the money in my pocket that pays for my house and my bills and the steak that I want to eat tonight and the cigar that I want to fucking smoke. Man. Whatever cigar you got a cigar plug. You know, United Cigars. Guess what? I can't afford the United Cigars unless I fucking do for the company. So how company man can I fucking be? You know what I mean?
That's what it is, though. I bring leftovers to work, and guys like, oh, you have fucking seafood out where you having this? Oh yeah. Oh, you're a fucking company man. I'm a fucking company man because your boy like to fucking take care of himself. And every single person at that shop that I came from, I go, come over to my fucking place. Come over, and they may think of it as like a fucking threatening.
Everybody, you know,
I don't give a fuck.
You know what it is?
You guys come over here. Let me take care of you for a fucking day.
It's entitlement.
And that's it, right? They're like,
boils down to entitlement, man. These guys talk shit about guys who do for the company. Like if we're getting on that subject,
so you know what it is a lot though.
They're entitled. What do you do? Dude, what do you bring to anything that you deserve any of this bullshit that you're saying is company man? What are you doing for the company? Are you showing up early? Are you showing up on time? You showing up? You staying? I'm
going there to do the job that I'm paid to fucking do. I caught a lot of flack on this shit a couple years ago, right? They're like, oh, your fucking parents, they're rich in this. Yes, my parents do well. My dad was adopted and came from nothing. My mom was adopted and her parents were alcoholics. Bless my grandparents.
Regardless of how well the parents do, man, millionaire kids get fucking into drugs and do dumb shit and end up homeless. It doesn't matter where your parents came from because you still have to pay your fucking bills. And if your daddy's not paying it, you still got to fucking, you got to take care of it. So it doesn't matter where your parents came from. If you got a head start, that doesn't mean shit. You can still lose the race.
You can fuck it up. You can fuck it up as many ways as you want.
Fuck it up. I don't care if my dad had a Fortune 500 fucking company, stock market genius, had billions of dollars. It doesn't matter if he doesn't matter what he hands to me. I can fuck it up.
That's it, man. It's your choice. It's your choice what you do with
the
it.
Level of integrity. You have to have integrity.
That's what I told those guys. They go, my sister's a fucking crazy, like high up fucking psychologist bride. Lives over in fucking Glenridge area, right? They got a fucking Facebook group on their gated community. So my sister did that. I go, would my parents pay for my school? 100%. I'm not a fucking school guy.
That doesn't mean shit. That doesn't mean shit. No, it doesn't matter. None of that matters. At the end of the day, you do what you want. You take care of what you want. And at the end of the day, whether someone wants to call you a company man or whatever it is, or cigar, whatever.
That's the crazy thing.
It doesn't fucking matter.
That's the crazy thing.
You support your life.
That's the crazy thing. So I got accepted to universities, a bunch of universities. Crazy with fucking English, right? I'm crazy with words, and I'm crazy with.
I called my English teacher a cunt, and
just vocabulary, just vocabulary. I am fucking extraordinarily good with, right? I could spit game. I know lyrics. I know English. I know how to fucking probably grammatize something. I know all that shit, right? Got accepted in all these fucking. What I like doing, I like taking pictures.
But if it's not your lane, man, it's not your lane. Stay in your fucking
I like taking pictures. Let's you know what? You got accepted at all these colleges for photojournalism. Let's go. I'm in college.
If you were on it into the pictures thing with the social media, if I could go back in time, I would have gotten into photography. Because taking pictures of hot women in bikinis on the side.
It
of the
wasn't
of the
there when
pool
I was
side.
there, right?
On
It
Instagram,
wasn't
these
there.
dudes are making bank, and
Oh,
I think that those guys
100%.
are killing it. But you know what? That still boils down to being a company man. Any of that, sellout, whatever you want to call any of that. They're
It's
still supporting their lifestyle, and they're doing it. And
it-
you can't hate on somebody who's paying. They're
They're-
paving their way, not even paying, paving their way.
They're
to
doing
success.
that's their skill, right? So when I was there, they're like, you take pictures.
If I could fucking massage ladies for money, man, I'm telling you,
hell yeah, dude, I'd be there too, man.
I'd be there too.
So I'm in school, right? And they're like, the average person when they get out of here, they make $40K a year, right?
Well, I made $60K last year, and I'm a fucking dropout.
This is fucking so many years ago, right? I'm fucking 18, 19, right? And they tell me this, and I'm like, fuck, I work part-time at Canadian Tire building bikes, and I make fucking half that. I make half of 40K. I'm like, why am I fucking now paying you like $6,000 for fucking 3-4 years? Just like, oh, fuck, peace. I'm out. And I got into construction, just like construction shit. And then I started realizing, like, my body is what's going to make me money.
Yeah.
I could be in great shape. I could be in the worst shape of my life, but my body was still going to make me money because
mind,
my body doesn't say no. My mind doesn't say no. I'm coming into this going, well, I failed college to my parents. My sister was just getting into fucking university. Right? She went to Brock U, then she did a bunch of college courses to do what she did.
Yeah, but that's some people's lane, man.
But
it boils down to the lane.
And that's, you know what? My parents, they don't drink, they don't smoke. My dad crushes cigarettes, loves coffee. That's their thing, right? My dad's looking at me like, well, what do you want to do? I want to use my body to make money. Okay.
I worked hard. I love that.
I did my fucking, I did in construction. I'm like, I don't want to fucking work for these people anymore. He's like, well, what do you want to do then? What do you want to do? And I'm like, oh, I'm going to look for a job. I rode BMX.
It's all about finding
professionally, semi-professionally for a couple of years. And then
commendable. It's pretty dope.
Fucked up my heel pretty good and fractured it, this and that. Came home from California, drove all the way back, came into a hotel in not a hotel, a fucking
you know what it boils down to ultimately?
It's your drive, and it's your wanting to.
Not even just that.
You want to eat
pride,
your
man.
food.
You gotta take pride. I don't give a fuck to anybody watching right now. I don't care if you're a fucking janitor or a fucking mailman or a fucking steel worker. Like, cheers to that. Me and Justin, we're in the steel industry.
You're putting the food on the table for yourself because you want to fucking.
It doesn't matter. You might have I have callous manly hands. Yeah, you might have fucking soft baby hands handing out.
I got fucking fingertip hands. Now. Give that a feel. Give that a feel. That's fingertip hands.
Oh, those are nice.
Right?
Those are nice. Where I got this crispy shit going. But you know what though? Everybody's got to find your lane, man.
Dude, money is money. Money is money. It's the exact same.
Matter. Find your fucking lane. And here's the thing. I hate that with today's day and age, so many people with so many aspects of life are just put under so much pressure and the gun.
It's a scrutiny of it.
And I hate that you finding your lane is starting to become this thing that's like negative. Like, and it's like,
find your lane. It's like, well, so it's a 3-lane highway. You want me to find my lane? And I take up 2 of these lanes. So what is it then?
That's the thing. But at the end of the day, you gotta find your shit. Whatever brings you joy, whatever puts the food on your table, whatever brings the things that you want, fucking, you gotta take care of it. Whether it's weed, whether it's cigars, whether it's a nice whiskey at the end of the day, whether it's reptiles, work, food, culinary, like Driller. Everybody here knows Driller. He's into making food. Whatever it is, man, you gotta find
You're the only one that stops what you want being put on your table.
Just don't give a fuck. You just can't give a fuck with anybody. And that is actually something that I respect for you, man, because I personally, I'm not as much into the social media. And
I was huge, I guess. I was really huge. I guess
either way,
I'm still currently huge, but
even now with the Rebar page, with everything, you post things and you just don't care what anybody has to say. You want to do a shotgun video, you do a shotgun video.
And I think that was the hardest thing for me. That was the hardest thing for me.
It's a respectable thing.
Is people followed me from work, right? And I was just like, well, fuck it. Like, I got to do. Like,
that's the thing.
I got to do what I got to do, right?
And I'm still under a shell where I'm trying to break free. I'm half and half. Part of me is like, I don't give a fuck what anybody thinks, but then the other part of me is like, I still care.
But who is going to judge you?
But that's the thing.
Who is going to judge you?
But that's the thing. You brought up the work thing. Part of me is like, I don't want people at work to know my personal life. But then at the same time, I'm like, you know what?
Why not though?
Why not?
Why? Who are you worried about knowing your personal life?
That's what I mean. What does this guy have anything to do? If I want to post shit about reptiles, if I want to post shit about weed, if I want to post shit about video games, a lot of people I catch a lot of flack about games.
Dude, number one,
I do fucking video games instead of cocaine. I'm sorry, but like I focus on shit that benefits my life.
We're not going to mention names. Who gives you flack about it? How long have they been there? What's their age?
That's a good point.
Don't give me any names.
No,
Tell me
no,
their.
I'm
Tell me their.
without names.
And
Let's just say that
I will
people-
guess. I will
people-
guess who it is.
Let's just say
I will guess who it is.
people double my age, even not even double, even people 5 years, 4 years, 3 years, 10 years, people that are in a different aspect of me, different perspective. I catch flack over shit, and I catch.
That's why, you're not
Negativity over it.
catching flack. That's like some shade. Just you gotta look at them and be like, do your thing, then, man.
Well, that's what I say, and at
Do your
that
thing,
point,
man.
I'm slowly breaking through, and
Do your thing,
honestly,
man.
and like
That's
again,
it.
I can say a lot of stuff. I've said this before, and like I said, without the brown nose situation where I'm like, I'm on the podcast, like I'm not trying to plug you.
You're not a brown noser, man.
No. I'm just saying, like I'm on the
do
cast.
things.
I'm on the public eye right now. I'm not trying to plug you or your channel in any way. So with that being said, I've taken a lot of the things. I've taken a lot of the things that you've said because we are in a slight age difference, not a
Yeah, I
vast.
know, man. Dude, like I said, man, you're
Slight
my
enough.
younger brother. Where I was
Older
like,
brother, younger
I dig
brother
this dude. I
situation.
dig this dude because he's in that. Well, dude, I influence you. You influence
I'm
me.
starting to. I've had.
You influence me. I'm
I'm
like,
in a
yo, check
big
this weed shit
position
I bought,
now.
right? Check this out, right? It's good for me. You taught me how it's good for me.
Well, I've started to learn right now in my point of life because I'm starting to realize like with how things are working with such a we're in a huge different era. With the,
Yeah.
from before till now.
I got something to say.
Yeah, no, I'm in the same
know
boat.
what you're gonna say.
My point is
I already
like
know how to fucking not benefit you from it, but I'm gonna compliment.
we're
what
just
you
in a
say.
different era, and my point is like I've taken a lot of shit that you've said and taken it to the point where like anybody watching now, you can understand anybody that can give you a different perspective. It's a huge thing. Perspective is unbelievable, and I've started to read and learn about the idea of seeing things, and it's hard because I've come to terms like reading and learning about the stuff. Not everybody can see perspectives in the same way, so different people have different empathy levels and things like that. But at the end of the day, reading and learning and trying to put yourself into different people's shoes and different perspectives is a huge deal that allows you to be able to see things from different lights. And if you can actually do it successfully, being able to successfully see things from somebody else's viewpoint is drastically changing when it comes to your own personal perspectives on life and different things. So because everybody, for example, coming to terms with how you're viewed by people. I read a thing about how you're perceived by other people. So the way that you perceive yourself, the way that your mom perceives you, the way that your brother perceives you, the way that your coworker perceives you, everybody's going to see you in a completely different light, and it's a completely different human, as a completely different person. They're going to see you differently. They're going to perceive you differently. They're going to think of you differently. Coming to terms with the fact that people are going to view you differently is a huge milestone in being able to accept the things that you want to do in your own self and any of those things, whether it be having a cigar podcast, whether it be whatever that be.
There's always one thing you have in common.
Nobody's going to view you the same. The way that you view me, the way that I view me, the way that my girlfriend views me is all different views.
I view
perspective
you,
is huge, man.
So here's the thing. I view you. I'm older than you, right? I'm fucking, what am I, 6 years older than you? Right?
Yeah, I'm 28.
Seven years older almost, right? I'm going to be 36, so.
I'm turning 29.
I look at you, I'm like, this guy literally did the exact same shit as me, right? We had a lot of common denominators.
Yeah, somewhat. I mean, I was a kid on the other side of the tracks doing skateboard, and you were a biker.
Right, I did.
You know what's crazy? Right? Actually, to all the viewers,
we've probably seen each other in a park.
How small of a world it is. Years ago, I was a young kid, teenager, smoking joints and working at a car wash. This fucking dude was coming through that car wash in a little black Nissan Versa with his bike in the back, taking his bike out of the back of the car while we're putting it through the car wash. I'm washing this dude's car, and I'm out the back watching this dude do fucking 180s off the fucking barriers on his bike. And then literally fucking years later down the road, we end up working in the same shop, talking about some shit, and this dude's like, yeah, I used to go through the car wash. And I'm like, I washed your motherfucking car all those years ago. It's a small fucking world.
And you're like, oh, I remember doing that. And I was like, yo,
I was my best now.
Yeah, man. But it's, there's always going to be, you could have 10 things different, but there's always going to be one thing that's the exact same.
That's why it boils down to staying in your lane, man.
And that's why it's like, dude, you don't got to check everybody. You don't got to fucking, oh, this guy wants, this guy's looking to fight me, dude, nobody, at the end of the day, dude, nobody wants to fight. People love to fight, but nobody wants to fight. A fighter's not going to be like, huh, I got to fight right now. I got to fight. No, the guy don't want to fight, but he wants to do his fucking business. And I think the big thing is just, bro, let it ride. Let it fucking ride, man. Dude, I looked at Dylan. Me and Dylan had a lot of similarities, right? I look at it, and that's why I think I look at him how he is now, right? And when I knew him, and when I first met him, I'm looking at him, and I'm like, dude, just chill. And he's like, and you try to not coach him, man, but I'm just, dude's my younger brother. Like, he's my fucking younger brother, man. Thick and thin, that guy's my younger brother, right? Like, yo, talk to me about it, right? He don't want to talk about it. Talk to me about it, right? Talk about it, right? And I'm like, yeah, but this is gonna, like, in my opinion, this is like this because this is this, right? And it's getting. You got to get people. You don't have to get people, but you gotta open people's minds, right? You gotta open people's minds. Let them explore it, right? Let them see the difference. At the end of it, there's no fucking difference, right? Who is somebody to fucking tell you different? Who is somebody to tell you something, right? And that's the big thing, man. People all the time like, oh, yo, you're fucked. Oh, you work all the time? You're a company man. No, dude, you're not a company man. You like to have things. You like to have things, right? You don't want to be that guy. Just before payday, it was like, oh, I got no money. Dude, you don't want to be that guy. You don't want to be that guy, right? I don't want to toot my own horn, but I know I said it to you. We're driving home one day, and I'm like, yo, you don't want to be that guy that's like, yo, let's go out and do this. And you're like, I would, but I don't have money. No. You don't want to be that guy. You don't want to be like, oh, let's go to this restaurant tonight. You're like, I would, but I don't have money. You don't want to be that guy. Like, it's even worse when you have the same job as that person. And it's like, yo, let's go do this tonight. I would, but I don't have cash. And it's like, we just got paid. Like, what do you mean you don't got cash? Like, you don't ever want to be that guy that's like, yo, let's grab this drink. So let's go, let's get this, let's smoke this. They're like, I don't got money. And I go, why don't you have money? You know what I mean? You always got to look at somebody and be like,
there's a lot of subjects about that kind of shit, man.
It's crazy though, because dude, majority of people do not fucking get it. Cheers, man.
Cheers to everybody. Cheers to anybody watching, anybody who watches. Cheers. I hope this weekend has been nothing but pleasurable.
I started hashtagging life advice because it's life advice, but it's not life advice. It's common, but it's not actually common. It's not common sense. It's not common at all.
You know what I mean? Common sense isn't actually as common as people think it is.
So here's the people, right, that are like, oh, I stay in my lane. You want to go out for steaks tonight? Oh, no, you don't got no money? If you stayed in your lane that fucking hard, you'd have money for fucking steaks tonight because I'm in your fucking lane too.
That's it, man. People have a hard time accepting where they're at. And it's like, listen, if you don't want to work to be that millionaire, dude, accept the fact that you can only live within your means, and you have to live within your means and be there. And if you do that correctly, you're going to be able to have everything that you want.
Here's the crazy thing though, dude, everybody is in a lane. Everybody is the millionaire in that lane. You came over here before I had my fucking new position. It was still like this. She was no different. Dude, my lifestyle didn't change. I got more money. Humble brag.
No, you did what you had to do before. You lived with what you had then.
That's it, man.
You made the sacrifices. For example, how many times did we go, even you and I together, carpooling to work? How many times was oh, fuck, down the wrong pipe a bit. How many times did I go to A&W and say, hey, do you want something from A&W? No, I'm good. I'm over there in the passenger seat of your vehicle crushing A&W. Well, you're not, because you know that you're coming home and you're going to eat whatever the fuck you got here, and you're not spending that extra money. And I'm out here living outside of my lane, blowing money on shit that I don't have the money for, not living within my means and not staying within the lane, thinking that I got all this extra funds, and then I didn't. And at the end of the day, I had to make a judgment call and be like, yo, I'm overdoing it. I'm not playing within the rules here. I'm overdoing it. I'm doing dumb shit.
You got to look at it like, so
how can I afford
you're buying
A&W like and fucking everything else?
No,
it's
not that, man. It's not that. So we're carpooling to work together, right? Yeah, we're good for the environment. Yeah, it's good for both of us, right? We stopped to get gas. I usually got gas, and you're like, I'm going to A&W. And I'm like, all right, that's cool. You're like, do you want anything? And I'm like, no. It's the number one point is I'm not going to get A&W. My wife's not going to have A&W when she knows I'm coming home.
Yeah.
right? She's gonna be like, "Well, you didn't get me A&W,"
Yeah, exactly.
and I'm
You
like,
already ate?
and I'm
Oh,
like,
okay.
"No, I didn't." She's like, "Well, why did I just prepare this for you?" When I'm on
Exactly.
afternoons, she only prepares food just for me.
Mhm.
She'll eat leftovers, right? Because she wants to.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be like, "Yeah, give me A&W, dude. I want A&W, but you pay me to drive you to work. If you buy me A&W and I'm like, dude, here, just give me half that, right? We got A&W, right? But now it's at the point where it's like, well, now I'm basically just driving you to work,
Yeah, it's weird.
right?
For what,
And
for what?
it's
something like A&W.
you got to look at something where it's like you could have a rental unit, right? Or a fucking Uber service. So let's say we're Uber, right? And you're like, I'm gonna drive 10 of my buddies around for free. But you just worked 8 hours, you drove around 20 people, but 10 of those people were your buddies that were going further than what you fucking took these people at. Now
you lose it.
Now you don't have my biggest investment at that time was guys were like, new job and all this. I go, dude, I'm home 2 hours more a day than what I was.
That's a big deal, though.
I go, now
That
I'm not.
actually is a
Now
big
it's not
deal.
this gas, and I go, I thought I would. And I told people, I go, I thought it was king shit. This thing's the worst on fuel. A Jeep. Let me fucking buy it. I'm gonna buy it. I thought it was king shit.
I'm not gonna lie. I was looking at
8 years
there's
ago,
a Jeep at one of the dealerships not far from my house. It's all whited out with like nice like aftermarket black rims and like tires on it and shit. And I was looking at it and I was like, "Fuck, I actually might take the car."
You know what though? But you know what though, dude? Riding it out now, I drove that Jeep when I was like this. Now I still drive that same Jeep. People are like, "Oh, what are you just driving that Jeep for?" People see my birthday. What the fuck? You drive a Jeep? Because I drive the summer vehicle a lot, right? I'll cruise the fucking Kia.
Fuck yeah.
When I whip in, they're like, "What the fuck are you doing driving these vehicles?" And I'm like, I don't like. What do you mean?
Well, the old lady,
that's what I want to do.
The old lady's moving in soon, so I'm gonna have a little bit more cash to afford a little bit different of a payment. So I might have to upgrade.
But let me put it to you this way: why?
The only reason why I want to
I don't have power windows in my Jeep. I don't have air conditioning.
I don't want that. I just want different.
But
I like the four. I miss the 4-wheel. I got
Yeah. Four-wheel is sick.
Not driving with you. I went out and got a pair of snow tires this year for my car because I knew I had to make the trek for my own and not with the 4-wheel. It was a game changer. It was a game changer. Anybody who's never bought in snow tires, I don't give a fuck what anyone says. It was game changing. I'm switching lanes. I'm switching lanes in the full fucking snow now, just blowing past you.
I still refuse to do it. But I know you always told me like I gotta get snow tires when you fucking go.
But different though.
And this was fucking. This was like a year or two ago before I left. No. But you always told me. You always told me like I gotta get snow tires. I go. All you gotta do is get to my fucking house, and I'll drive you there.
Different. Now I'm on my own. I'm riding solo.
But you were always telling me like I gotta get snow tires. I go, why, dude? I go get to my fucking house, and I go, I will tell you fucking 4 or 5 hours in advance if I'm not gonna be there.
Even then, though, I had a couple of times where like I barely made it to your fucking place.
Right? And you told me like I gotta get snow tires. I gotta get snow tires, and then like. We'll fucking look around. Like, let me know. I got a guy that'll get you fucking tires if you want that. Do your own thing.
But that had to do with staying in my lane. I wasn't staying in my lane. I was living out the lane, and I didn't have the money to come and go and do all that shit. So you were like, "Yeah, I can hook you up," and I'm like, "I can't embarrass myself like that."
No, but this is what you wanted. Do you have it now?
Now I do.
Right. So there's no fucking difference
in my lane.
But dude. This was the goal. This is what you wanted to achieve. You got it. Now there's no fucking difference. Now you're bragging to me about I don't need your fucking 4-wheel drive Jeep to get me there in the fucking winter time.
I got my shit now,
right?
But that's because
you're not bragging to me. You're like, hey, I met my goal. This is what I fucking did.
It was a goal. It has nothing to do with the brag. And then you know what? Right? The problem with a lot of people doing,
but it could be a brag, right? If you're like, oh, I know all these fucking people don't think I'm gonna make my goal, right? And I know you flexing on people at work. Fucking flex it. Why not fucking flex it? It's a flex to you. To them, they're just like. All of a sudden, you're a company man. You're a company man.
They're not taking care. It's just like even then, you know how much flack I took for taking the fucking courses to go to do CPR and be lead hand and other shit like that. What do you want to do that for? It's not even worth the money. It's like, listen,
it is worth the extra money.
I'm gonna be the guy when I'm sitting in the office and you're fucking still out here fucking doing this shit.
Yeah, that's it, man.
So who the fuck's laughing now?
You don't look at something like a fucking 5-year period, man. You got to do it like 10 to 15.
Not only that, at the end of the day, at this point in my life now, I'm a sole provider. I'm providing for myself. I don't have anybody paying half of my shit. I don't have anybody paying half of my shit. Nobody's paying for my internet. Nobody's paying for my rent. Nobody's paying towards my car, my insurance, my fucking bills, my food, my groceries. That's on me. And you want to know what it is? Because I picked the lane. I decided what I needed to do. I took control of that. And and I did what I had to do.
Yeah.
And it boils down to that for anybody listening. If you want to do what you want to do, fucking do it.
So you know what though, dude? I cut a lot of flack at guys at work. They're like, "Oh, you eat pogos all week, macaroni and cheese." Yeah.
Yeah, I also drive a brand new
I
Jeep
go-
with knobby tires that gets me to work and back every day. I have independence.
But that's not the fucking principle though. I'm looking at guys and I'm like, what do you mean you don't like macaroni and cheese? I'm looking at guys, dude, because that was my
Are
upbringing,
you
right?
above that? Are you above mac and cheese, for Christ's sakes? That's the thing.
No, I've never been above it.
No,
dude.
no, them. Like I'm saying, like to them, like what are you above mac
But that's
and cheese?
you got these guys, right? And I'm gonna say they're fucking bottom feeders. These guys are fucking bottom feeders, man. They're guppies, right? They're looking at them like mac and cheese, you're poor. Pogos, you're poor. Pogo, you're poor. You're
Fuck
poor.
you, I am.
And I'm looking at these guys, and I go to my fucking in-laws' house. I go, they laugh at me when they're like, "What's your birthday dinner?" And I go, "Female bacon, pogos, and fucking macaroni and cheese."
That's what I want, motherfucker.
And they're like, "You don't want, these guys will buy fucking expensive
Fuck it
steak.
all.
My parents will buy expensive
Fuck
steaks."
it all. That's what I want, man. Stay
Right?
in your fucking
And-
lane.
When I was like, "Oh fuck, moving out on my own, fucking this and that," me and my girlfriend, my wife now, and they're like, "Oh, what are you eating?" I'm like, "Oh fuck, we're having
You
macaroni
got
and
a good
cheese, and
wife. You got a
female
good
beef."
wife.
What's that?
You got a good wife. I just wanted to mention that you said something about it, so I'm just saying.
Oh
Paul's
yeah,
a great
man.
woman.
Thank
She's
you,
a good
man.
woman.
She's you know what? She's part of the rebar as much
She's a
as
good
anybody
woman.
else.
She's a good girl.
And,
if anybody's never met her, I don't know if she's ever been on a podcast, but
Have
she's
the-
a fucking hoot, man. She's
I don't-
a good
I
woman.
think she would do just strictly podcasts. I don't know if she'll do video because she's just
either way.
I don't know.
Yeah, but that's because women have a different thing going on in their head. They're
Yeah,
worried
but
about
that's-
different shit.
A lot of people, like when I was up and coming, doing what I was doing, people are like, "Oh, this is what you're doing." Yeah, I want to fucking do it. It's not like I came home and this is what was for dinner. I came home because this is what I wanted to fucking have for dinner.
Yeah.
And guys were like, "Oh, well, that's an you're having that." I'm like, "Yeah, I fucking want to have it. So I want to do this. Is why I'm doing it." But and people look at it like, well, "We have to do this.
Yeah.
I have to have this." And that's a lot of people just say like, if you want what you want, why are you not getting it?
Get it, man.
There was one level where I came from. One fucking level. This guy's tripping me because I'm fucking having craft dinner. I'm having fucking pogo. I want to fucking have it, dude. I want to have it. And you have an issue with that? You have an issue with that because you can't get anything else.
Yeah.
You can't get anything else. I've had all the other stuff. I fucking right away where I had
I
dude,
still hear
when,
it,
when I
man.
first moved in, we had steak for like 3 weeks straight.
Fuck yeah. why
Steak and
not?
seafood. It was a fucking Friday.
Fucking why
We're doing
not?
fucking a big lobster
Why not?
tail on there with
Fuck
steak.
not.
We did it. And I'm like, God, it's good, but I want this, I want that, I want fucking pierogies, I want this, and I want that. And they're like, oh, you're having this? Yeah, we had this when it was just before payday. And I'm like, yeah, that's cool. Like, I've been eating so much good shit. I gotta have this fucking level my palate down. But you think there's an issue with that? Like, there's no, dude. If you think for a second, fucking millionaires don't have fucking pogos or fucking pierogies or fucking craft dinner, dude, craft dinner is probably the number one selling thing in all of the world for a fucking reason. Doesn't matter how much fucking money you make. Everybody wants to put a price tag. You make this amount of money, you got to do this. I'm going to be honest. I had a lot of this before I made any sort of fucking money, and I still had it because I acquired it all. And that was my goal and my mindset was to have all this. So I slowly
Get her done. What's the if we could sum it up to like a main point? How would we sum it up? Sacrifice where you need to sacrifice to get what you want.
fuck you, pay me.
Yeah,
I do that work and I look at it, fuck you, pay me. Fuck you, pay me, man.
yeah. But you also got to earn it too. You earned
But
it.
that's it, right? So I earned it, right? And then I look at it and I'm like, fuck you, pay me. And nobody ever said
You got
no.
what you want.
And
Man.
nobody
You
ever
got what you
said-
want. At the end of the day, you got what you want.
Nobody ever said no to me for fucking doing something I earned.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna go and do it, hey, I need you over here. Or you're just on night shift, go over there and fucking do a shift over in Burlington. Go over, go do this. Yeah, no problem. Fuck you, pay me. No problem. When you say fuck you, pay me to
Yeah,
somebody,
if any of the viewers could take take any of this out of any of this conversation, because we've been diving deep into like a bunch of like random subjects, and I've enjoyed it.
it's personal.
If anybody,
It's not. It's personal, but it's
anybody
just
could
like
if anybody,
motivating.
if anybody viewing or listening could take anything out of it, man, do what you got to do to get what you want.
if you want it, go and get it, man.
Get it.
Nobody's
Grab a
fucking
hold of
stopping
it.
you.
Nobody's stopping you from doing it. And at the end of the day, if anybody has anything to say about it, it's because they don't have the nutsack to fucking do it for themselves, and,
No, that's it,
then they get insecure. And if anybody has anything to say about it, it's because they're insecure and they can't do it. Like even you, honestly, I respect the fact, because for me personally, I'll admit it publicly. I don't even give a fuck. I have a little bit of a complex when it comes to like posting shit. I have, to say the least, to still get over that level of like giving a fuck. Like you're at the point now where you have zero fucks to give about what you post or do.
I just don't.
I'm still at the level
and
where now I haven't delved deep enough into the social media stuff to.
I think maybe
I still care somewhat about like how I'm viewed, and I respect the fact that you have a public following and you still do
I just don't
what
care.
you do, and you do it the way you want to do it, and it's take it or leave it, and that is a very respectable thing because a lot of people live their lives.
It's not
in the
respectable. It's
fucking-
just being true, man.
Yeah, but that's respectable.
But that's now you're being true though. You've been true.
I'm
this
being
is this is
truthful.
greater
I'm
than
being
any
truthful.
fucking
I'm
social.
saying that it is a
This is-
respectable quality because a lot of people do not
Yeah.
have
It's
the fucking like the balls, the integrity, the nutsack, whatever you want to call it, however you want to word it, however you want to say it, to be able to go ahead, grab a hold of what they want to do, not care about anybody else's opinion, and get it done, and take all the fucking losses along the way, take the wins along the way. And that is something that
So-
you have actually excelled in doing. You've
so
taken what you've
that's
wanted
the
to
big
do,
thing.
and you've brought it to the public eye, and you've made it happen. And you're continuing to make it happen. And that's something that a lot of people, anybody viewing this, anybody hearing it, that's something that a lot of people could take as a lesson learned, is like, do what you got to do. If it involves anything, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what the fuck it is. Take something, take your lane, find it, follow it, because at the end of the day, you're the only one who's going to be laying there. Like, for a perfect example, not to get too deep, I have a grandfather. My grandfather,
Yeah, Stan.
he was the dude who got it done. He had his own business, he had his own thing, big, strong, fucking go-getter man. He was setting precedences. Like when he was young, there's a company called Foster Wheeler. My grandfather was the youngest fucking foreman to ever work. 18 years old. He was a foreman,
That's
fucking
crazy.
running shit at Foster Wheeler. He owned his own business, did his thing. Now he's at a point, he's living his life in a hospital. He's laying there. He doesn't have control.
Yeah.
At that point in your life, what do you fucking have besides reflecting back
But you know,
on
you know
the
what?
cool shit that you did or didn't do? And
You-
I
you
think
know
that
what
for
he
my
has?
grandfather,
You know what he
look back
has?
and say, I took control. I made a family. I did what I had to do. I made a business. I made a life for myself. I did what I wanted to do. I owned guns, whatever the fuck he wanted to do.
Dude, what he has
And now
is what
he
you're
can-
talking about now.
That's
And
it.
there's probably
He can
you know,
look back and say,
30
I
other
fucking
people are
did
like,
what
fuck,
wanted
I
to
remember
do,
this
man.
one fucking guy, right? And that's what it's your legacy. It's how you
He
choose.
can die knowing that he was respected. He can die knowing that he fucking did what he wanted to do. He can die knowing that he left behind what he wanted to leave behind. At the end of the day, there's nothing more respectful than that. He might not have
You
$10
know
million
what?
to leave behind, but he has what he
Yeah,
wanted.
dude, he had a legacy. He had his name. And that's
Respectable.
the big thing,
as long
right?
as I'm known for doing what I said I was going to do, I'm happy with that.
Dude, you know what? You've done it. You've told me. You know, we've had those hard hearts in the fucking Jeep riding home. And you're like, this is what I want to do. This is what I want to do. Dude,
And here I am going from being paycheck to paycheck to paying my fucking rent, doing my thing, taking
Yeah,
what I
man.
want, doing what I want.
Dude, I told people, I'm fucking proud of Dylan, man. I go, what the fuck
And
is Dylan doing now? And he's like, Dylan's doing this.
Public,
Dylan's doing this, man.
publicly. I appreciate
Dude,
that.
honestly,
I
man,
appreciate
you
that,
talk to
man.
Draker, he won't fucking tell you, but I'm like, what the fuck is Dylan doing? I go, I watched him do this, I watched him do that. He's coming here. I need this, we need that. I go, Draker, what the fuck are
But
you
that's
doing?
again because
I go,
was
Draco,
done-
what the
I was
fuck
done
are you
being
doing?
Viewed as a kid,
But-
though. I hate
but-
being younger because
but-
it's a young thing. I hate when a guy who's 50 looks at a guy who's 20 and goes, it's just 20. It's like,
But-
listen, guy.
So, dude,
I can do the
now
same as you.
you understand, right? We were like, because I know you looked at me at one point, right? We shot shit back and forth. We were talking shit to each other. You're like, oh, fucking look at you, fucking, you're good at you, fucking, you go to work every day. And I'm like, yeah, man, like, come over to my fucking house. Let me show you. We're not gonna fight, but like, come over to my house. Let me take care of you. You know what I mean?
And I learned the
and
difference.
we
between
hit that
fucking-
point. We hit that point, dude. I'm like, yo, you want to come over and chop up weed with me? And he's like, yeah, what do you got? I'm like, oh, I got a plant in my backyard. Like, come over and look. Like, dude, I'll give you a fucking ounce. Like, no problem. Like, just come over. I go, I don't know what I'm doing. You come over. We sat here. We fucking did our thing. And you're like, holy fuck, dude. I'm like, yo, you need a beer? Like, what do you need? Yo, you need a snack? You know, let my wife bring you up. Like, let's bring out some fucking pizza here. You know what I mean?
Again, I told you, good old lady. She's the type. You're sitting out here having a fucking beer. She comes out with fucking homemade pizza things on like the English muffins, crackers, fucking the whole 9 yards.
But it's just that goes back to just like, yo, let's do our shit. Let's put our head down. You know what I mean? Like let's get our shit. You can make the exact. There's a lot of people that make less money that did university that fucking don't do what fucking just normal people do every day.
Even my old lady, man, she's even struggling now. She's been to university. She's gone to Toronto, did this, did that, and then I'm over here making her way, and she's sitting there going like, I don't know what I do, and I'm like, well, Fine, whatever makes you passionate. I got shit covered. You fucking do what you got to do, man. Figure it out, because I want you to be as happy as I am, in the sense.
Yeah,
like,
man.
I worked with what I had, and I took the reins, and now you can do the same. And if I can support that, do what you got to do.
Nobody hates you. People will say, "I hate you. I hate you. I hate you." Hate's not a real word. Hate is envious.
Envy, yeah,
and that's what it is. They truly don't hate you. They're just like, why does he have this? Why does he have this? But what you have is a reflection of what you do. And that's a big thing. People are like, I hate you. People used to talk shit to me all the time and fucking at my last job. And I go,
perfect example of that the backdrop you got over there behind the camera. You guys can't see on camera, but behind this, the TV has this backdrop of fucking boats in Italy.
That was my sister. She did that when they went to Italy.
You don't get that.
It's her laptop.
You don't get that.
But,
You don't get that unless you fucking do. You
but
do
that's
you
it, man. You know, where you got it. If you, it's not even open, so don't.
No, I was just saying.
But I mean,
up,
you got to be worth your weight. That's a big term. Fucking bring me a beer.
That's fucking legit.
But I mean, you got to be worth your weight. If you're not doing something and you want to talk shit, if
that's
you want to be
cheers bell, cheers to everybody.
That's it, man. Cheers. If you want to be the guy if you want to talk shit, you got to be worth your weight. So I tell people that all the work at a time. I had a different plan, different position. But people will talk shit. I go, oh, you want to ride this? I go, show me this show me this on. You can't even, I go, I fucking turned this machine on for you today because you didn't even know what you were doing. Yeah, you got to be worth your weight. You got to carry weight. You got to be worth your fucking weight. And that's a big thing. There's a lot of people out there, they ain't worth their fucking weight. Yeah. And it's noticeable. And you got to see that and be like, oh, yeah, watch this. I know you're going to ask me for something. The second you ask me for something, you're less than dirt. If you ask me for something, you have to come to me for something, you're less than fucking dirt. You're the guy who go, oh, Dylan, I need you to do this. I know you can't do it now. Right? And there's a way of making people not exposing people to it, but just making them aware that I know you don't know.
So that's not pretend that you do.
No, it's just like, oh, well, why can't you do it? I don't know how to do it, but right, like, we'll just do it like this, idiot.
Well, at least people that admit it is respectable. You can say, listen, I need you to school me up.
Well, I've been there, right, at work now in my position, and they're like, why is this being done like this at this place? And I go, oh, well, now all of a sudden I go, and I tell them, right, oh, well, now you know how to do this, right? And now you're asking me why they do this like this. Well, you don't know how they do this like this. So but it's funny though, you're questioning, why are they doing it like this, right? Oh, well, you want to come to me now like you've been a fucking bender for fucking 12 years, right? You're coming at me and you're asking me now. So, well, you got to look at people, right? There's a lot of people in a lot of positions that, well, this guy thinks I'm his boss. Right, and I told this to a lot of guys at work. I go, I got bosses. I go, they come here and they question shit with me. Oh, why is this guy doing this? Oh, he's doing it like this, right? Oh, well, you know, if you're asking me, you got to know, right? But you don't know. You get people all the time at work, why are you doing it like this? Yeah. Oh, well, you know how to do it all of a sudden? Let's just do it your way now, right?
Back to staying in your lane. I want to show you something.
Oh, fuck. We got a guitar solo.
My old man sent me this.
No.
And he says, what do you think? This is a solo to some cover tune that he's doing. And he was saying, what do you think?
Oh, fuck. That's fucking gnarly.
And this boils down to staying in your lane, man. If you got something you're passionate about.
That's it, man. Fuck, he's quick on the fucking strings. Holy fuck, eh? That's gnarly. Dude, he's fucking good. I'm telling you,
my old man shreds it, dude. He shreds. So to anybody publicly, if you're into guitar and other shit, if you want to do it, man, start posting videos. Start doing cool shit.
Dude, do your thing. If you're doing it, you're in your lane. You know what? We got to wrap it up. We got deep. We got in depth.
We got in depth on this episode.
We got balls deep.
Balls deep.
Balls deep. I'm trying to tell you, that was the name for either a Driller show or fucking...
It was unfortunate the Driller had to go
Dylan show
because he's always good to talk to, but he
had TDs, man, the technical difficulties.
He had to go and do his thing. He had to make some gnocchis. I'm curious how that ends up.
Probably gonna be fucking solid, like everything else makes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, until next week, we are get to a point where you